All right, there we go.
And we are super live, folks. How we doing today? Welcome on back to People Without Pants. Or do you have pants on at least this time?
I have pajama pants on.
Hey, we're making progress, folks. We're doing it. How the fuck is everyone today? How depressed are you? And how much do you believe that you might die in the next 5 minutes? Let's find out.
It's actually good that I have pants on because I'm farting up a goddamn storm and I don't want that to become a problem.
Oh, straight fogging up the chair, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good thing this chair is made of leather.
I mean, but the leather really keeps it in. Like, it kind of just makes
if you don't fucking clean it immediately, yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, I get a little tired after I use the leather. I can't clean it immediately. I need a cigarette and like while to drink my Coke. What do you mean?
Anyway, we're making jokes to distract from today's horrifically sad news that Scott Adams, legendary piece of shit, has died.
Fuck you, Scott Adams.
Yeah. And as you can see,
he didn't believe I had a right to exist, you race theory believing ass bitch. Fuck you.
As you can see here, I tried to click on the Washington Post to show the headline, but every time I try it, it gives me this bullshit. And I'm not subscribing because fuck the Washington Post. But I just want to note that the way they describe him is Dilbert creator who poked fun at bad bosses. Wait, which one did you say?
Times on the right?
Yeah. Let's see if that works.
Wait, it might. Just saying. I try to hope for the Times.
Yeah, I mean, they're like bought and paid for by the right, so, you know.
Yeah, but like, they have to pretend they're not.
Also, not that I'm like trying to judge, because I get that accessibility is a thing here, but like, why do they have a listen button for every article? I guess that's a good thing, but it also feels like people are illiterate now, so I don't know.
I mean, they should have okay, no. To be fair, audiobooks ain't what made people not be able to read.
That is definitely true. So
don't blame my audiobooks. Like,
let's see, how far down will it let me? Oh, it's actually just letting me go through the whole thing. That's shocking. Yeah, so Scott Adams made Dilbert, and it was really popular until he turned into a fucking lunatic, which did not happen just in Trump land.
I do have a bit of fucking things to say on this, actually. You weirdly grabbed me at the right time.
All right, let me know. Let me hear it.
So a big thing when it came to Scott Adams is he could take something that we could really all identify with, the Peter principle, or the Peterson principle. I forget the name. Excuse me. Point being, those who are the most incompetent will often rise to the top, and you'll end up with like your boss doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
and, like,
he gets kicked upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. They get kicked upstairs, and Dilbert really found a good way to identify this as a parody. Now, I need you to understand the writer didn't mean it as a parody, folks. That's the thing with this. The way you and I take Dilbert, and we're like, oh, well, this is reasonable. This is a good satire. No. Take all your irony, put it to the side. This guy doesn't understand that. Wow, this is... I'm not going to lie. I didn't know he died. Finding this out, I as you can see, I'm nothing but joyful because, like, he's not done anything positive for humanity in a long while. I mean, he poisoned a bunch of people with the Dilbert meals. If you want to look that up, go do your thing. People were having diarrhea for months. Yeah, you might not have heard about this one. Dilbert meals, man.
I see Dilberts Cafe, but that's not the same thing.
They were like frozen meals. What the fuck do they call them?
Dilberito?
Yes. Sorry. I forgot it was under like a different name, but it was advertised as the guy who made Dilbert made these burritos.
A vegetarian wrap concocted by Scott Adams to tie into his comic strip. The product was a colossal failure, with Adams himself saying one bite made you fart so hard your intestines formed a tail.
It's a lot of people have been reported as being in the hospital from this. It's most likely a botulism thing that he's making light of.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it.
Fun with that one. So that's just a random thing. Not sure why I knew that, but yeah, he did that.
Hang on, I need to fucking read this a little bit.
You know, like folks, if y'all want to take a second, like, Scott Adams did a lot more problematic shit than you thought he did. There's a reason to talk about this.
Yeah, the big incident a couple years ago that got his fucking publication canceled by 1,000 different newspapers. Yeah, he had been crazy for 10 years before that.
Yeah, no, he's been writing stupid fucking fiction for years. One of my favorite podcasters, Robert Evans, Behind the Bastards, shout out folks. But he does read-throughs of his novels. I believe one of them was about like the leftist government, or do like leftists take over the government and then like remake it in this like stupid woke ass image where like
I wish.
No. Like not actually what you think. Imagine like the AOC is here with the thought police type bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Excuse me.
Hang on, I'm just reading this thing.
Absolutely not.
Oh, so I don't have like a source for this because it's just a post I saw years ago. But someone was saying how they stumbled across a Dilbert book in their parents' house, like one of the collected editions.
Oh no. Okay.
And it was from like years and years ago.
Yeah,
like,
but the forward by Scott's a problem.
Well, so it was colorized versions of all the Dilbert comics, and it had like notes from him and everything.
Yeah, no.
And in one of them, it was about like one of his coworkers getting caught stealing office supplies. And in the colorized version, they made that coworker black. And Scott Adams himself wrote as the note, "Man, the colorists picked a hell of a time to introduce some diversity, didn't they?" So there was a time that he understood, if not that racism is bad, that at least it's a bad look.
Nah, because I'm going to raise you. That's not acknowledging a problem, that's making a joke. And both Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle could make the joke with having vastly different understandings of what they mean.
Yeah, that's so true, man.
I don't think when he makes that joke, he's saying it with, like, good faith. I think it's him going, oh, I didn't say they were niggers, but...
Oh my god, yeah, okay, he's been crazy. I mean, I knew he was crazy from like 2015.
No, he's insane. He's been like this.
I didn't know that it went back to 2006.
Yes. No, it's fucking like beyond our time. He's insane.
I mean, I shouldn't be shocked, but the first time I heard about him being racist was like the early 2010s.
So to be clear, folks, if any of you are just listening on audio, Scott Adams questions the amount of people killed in the Holocaust because
in a 2006 blog post. Yeah, you're right. I should have made sure to read that. Yeah, I mean, I knew he was a fucking dickhead.
But yeah, no, he is like a bad person.
Well, not anymore because now he's dead. But
well, I mean, here's what I'd say.
Of course, hang on. Of course.
Is he good at that? Might be a bad person.
Shortly before his death in January of 2026, he announced he intended to convert to Christianity. Yeah. Of course. Man.
And if you got a real interview with him, he would say, "I'm doing the Hitler thing."
Yeah.
I'm confessing. It's all good. No, because he's joked his whole life, like, I'm just kind of do what I want, whatever.
Oh, he had the RFK condition too. The talk like this. I didn't realize he had that. I guess.
I never listened to his voice because it's so not valid. But wow, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, here's why I didn't realize it. It's because he had surgery to reroute some nerve connections, and it kind of helped his voice not sound fucked up. All right.
I mean, his voice doesn't matter for shit, but fair.
Well, I'm thinking back because I saw the video from like 2023 where he said the comment that got him banned from everything, and I didn't remember his voice sounded fucked up then.
Which one was that one?
That was... I don't remember the whole thing.
Not pull punches. What did he say? He said he don't believe in the Holocaust. He said a lot of fun things about black people. Like, no, fuck that. We're not pulling punches today.
I don't remember the full phrase, but I remember, among other things, he said black and white people should, quote, stay the hell away from each other.
There we go. He's a big proponent of the race war concept. Fucking helter-skelter ass energy.
Also, so what he died of, a lot of people thought he was dead already because last year he announced that he was gonna die soon.
I knew he wasn't dead because I knew when I heard it, I would do exactly what I just did like 10 minutes ago. So
yeah. So he had metastatic prostate cancer. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm victim blaming, but prostate cancer is possibly the easiest cancer to catch and or treat. So I'm guessing that what happened was that he was refusing prostate exams because he didn't want to be gay or whatever.
It's wild. That's exactly where my mind went too.
Yeah.
Like, he's not taking a finger off the butt, and he'll do cancer for it.
Yeah, because you see that a lot with like 60s and 70s era British musicians who tend to be kind of homophobic. Like, a lot of them get fucking prostate cancer. It's really weird.
Like, okay, I guess I gotta be the guy to just be honest on a fucking stream, but I'll be the guy honest on a stream. Like, isn't it only gay if you're really into it that way, my guy?
Oh, well, yeah, you'd think so. Also, it's a medical procedure. It's not gay at all.
No. It's not. Your feelings might be gay. To be clear, if you get hard during a thing, your feelings are your feelings. You're valid for your feelings. I can't take those away from you. But the only thing that could be gay in a medical procedure is your reaction to it.
True.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's the potentiality for gay, and that's fine. Like, why would there not be? Like, I mean, shit. Okay. Once again, time to expose yourself, buddy. Have you ever had your teeth worked on?
Me? Well, it depends on what you mean by worked on, but yeah.
But I know you like some tiggled, right?
Sure.
Ever had a dentist working on your teeth and you're like, this is a situation that makes me feel a way about things?
Honestly, no, because in that context, nothing can arouse me because it's so unpleasant. But I get what you're getting at.
I mean, valid point. I guess I'm more saying that if people can normalize that experience in the American culture, as like I've seen in so many fucking films and so often, why is it so weird that now in the other medical procedure you're like, whoa, that could never happen? It's like, I don't know. It just kind of seems convenient for my straight man logic.
Well, what you really want to do is edge yourself for like hours before walking in for the prostate exam.
I know. So the first time I heard about edging was from American Pie. Do y'all remember this guy?
I don't remember which character you're referring to.
He didn't say it was edging. It's wild because it's so old. The terminology was different. The guy who fucked Stifler's mom.
Oh, yeah, the tantric sex thing. Yeah.
Well, so it's funny. We want to label it as a tantric sex thing, and he just jerked off and then didn't come.
Well, that's what he called it, was tantric sex. It's not actually, but...
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, that guy is literally just edging. And, like, we just always like, yeah, wow, so spiritual.
So this is really interesting. Apparently, Scott Adams intended to do assisted suicide.
Is that doable nowadays?
In California, it is. Which is funny because his fucking political side are the guys who hated this. Hated the California end of life.
None of his views match with anything he believes. It is self-serving bullshit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because he is, to the end of his days, a fucking rat.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he claims that by taking some testosterone blocking pills, his pain, like, went away unexpectedly. Or, like, went away for a little bit. I don't know, whatever.
I don't even mean to be that guy. Your cancer probably spread to your balls, you fucking asshole.
Well, it spread fucking everywhere by the end.
Yeah, so what the fuck? Oh, wow. Wow, you took fucking pills that made half of your hormones not push shit through your body, and you felt better. Yeah, comfortably numb is totally a phrase I've never heard of. My dad doesn't play Pink Floyd in the other room. Go off. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's silly. This is silly.
Well, yeah, definitely.
I guess it's more just like, okay, can we pull up some of his books real quick? Or, like, at least just the names of them?
Yeah, I'm just taking it off the screen in case I see anything fucked up.
Man said hard R, the truth.
Well, I meant like I just accidentally clicked over a photo of like metastasized whatever cells. So I'm like, all right, just in case.
Trigger warnings. Trigger warnings.
Oh my god, I didn't realize he did fucking Trump Dilbert shit. Like,
no, that's why I wanted you to get into this. No, this is why I wanted you here.
I knew about this one.
Wait, you didn't know about Win Bigley?
No, I
Win Bigley. Listen, for a while he was talking about how Trump's not only a good politician, but he understands.
Why did he draw Dogbert as Trump?
Yeah, no, you don't like, bro. No, like, all right, I have to take 10 seconds to use the restroom. Why don't you just read this? Read the general synopsis off to the people for us, please.
All right. The book presents Adam's theory that Donald Trump's victory in the 2016 election was due to Trump being a master persuader with a deep understanding of persuasion in the human mind. In a way, he's not even full of shit, because Trump is really good at like working a crowd's energy level, but that's not because of really skill at this point. That's more just like base instinct. Like, I don't think he fucking knows where he is most of the time. He wrote Win Bigley to analyze Trump's tactics and offer guidance to improve readers' communication skills. He describes people who, like Trump, are skilled at convincing listeners as master persuaders. I don't know why I just did it that way. He posits that when debating an issue, facts are only important when they can impact at an emotional level. That is sadly true, as we've proven over the last couple decades.
Apologies, my friend.
That's fine. Oh my god, Win Bigley wasn't even like original. His last book was before that was called How to Fail at Everything and Still Win Big.
Oh, sorry, I flipped. Yes, no, you're right.
Oh my god. Yeah, they don't even have like a synopsis on Wikipedia. They just mention what it's about and what people thought.
Because no one's willing to read through it and write a synopsis. It's not good.
Oh god, I just had a thought. What if he used fucking Dogbert because there's like rights issues with his more famous characters?
Well,
oh god.
It was all a purpose to I think it was he used Dogbert because like it wouldn't ruin the cred of Dilbert with people who didn't like Trump.
Yeah, probably. Though only a couple years later, he seemed unconcerned about that. So maybe his fucking brain was melting too. I don't know.
One, his brain could have been melting, but like, it seems like a failed execution of weighing your best options.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Like, to be clear, in Win Bigley, look at the glasses.
Yeah.
Because that is actually his trademark, are glasses.
Yeah, like the thick white like Sin City frames that don't show the eyes.
He could have removed himself. He could have used a pseudonym, but he didn't want to do that, and he didn't even want to separate himself from it. So the connection has to be assumed to be on purpose.
Yeah, probably.
And if the connection's on purpose, I have a big cash cow. I'm not going to attach you to my cash cow. But my cash goat, God forbid, if it goes down, I could deal with that. But if the cash goat becomes a second cash cow, that'll be awesome.
It really, you're so fucking right. That's why it's so sad.
I don't know. Yeah, buddy, I don't know.
It's like when you get comic artists who like lose the rights to a character, so they just draw a really similar looking one and say, "No, that's a different thing."
I mean, isn't this how we fucking met? Just screaming about comic book characters? Because
yeah,
he's making it so you can identify with it. He's using abstractism, is he not?
Oh, he's certainly attempting it, and maybe he's even succeeding.
I think he's succeeding. Just because we don't like him morally doesn't mean he's not gaining an audience.
Oh my god!
If his technique didn't work, we wouldn't be here talking about him dying.
Well, I mean, I still might be because he was a far-right lunatic, and I make fun of all of them. But, you know, I get what you're saying.
Well, you make fun of all of them that get noticed. But, I mean, how many far-right loons die in a fucking pocket? And I don't fucking know them. You don't fucking know them.
Hey, I'll make fun of a dude with 3 followers on Twitter, all right? You don't know me.
Yeah, but you got to get sent the screenshots at least, so like, no.
I'm going J.K. Rowling mode. I'm searching keywords and then making fun of the people with 12 followers who post about them. My mom, I shit you not, my fucking mom has gotten in a Twitter fight with J.K. Rowling.
I mean, were they about any of the reasonable things? I have to ask.
Oh, it was like stop being a transphobic bitch or whatever.
Oh, okay. So like, all the Jews and the blacks and the Chinese are fine, but God forbid you hate the trans.
Oh no, my mom has issues with all that too. It's
as
just
long as you fight her early. Just fight her early. That's all I want. Just fight JK like 20 years ago. Because I hated her then. We all should hate her.
True, but she wasn't as active on Twitter back then.
Maybe we shouldn't hate people based solely off how active they are on social media. Bad views and bad views.
I agree, but this is my mom who doesn't really use social media much. She looks at TikToks. That's about it.
Yeah, no, my bad. I got a bit too animated there.
No, I forget what happened, but there was somehow a J.K. Rowling tweet came across my mom's attention, and she was like, "You know what? I'm choosing violence today." And
word, all right, word. Like I'm choosing violence. Like I hate every fucking person who thinks J.K. is valid, but more than that, and I'm saying this just full on fucking on blast. I more hate people who thought JK was good up until then. Because really?
Yeah, if you look really closely.
I mean, no, like, me and Larry are talking every other day about media literacy. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, listen, I love reading random books, too. Not every book I've ever read is good. I've read a lot of garbage, and that's fine. I don't hate it. But, like, if you're going to take this garbage and you're going to fucking put it on a pedestal for all your friends to see, and they all start shooting arrows at the blinding red spots that is the fucking last boss of your book.
Yeah, I mean, Harry Potter was a children's book. It wasn't really intended to be anything more than that, but unfortunately for it got so much attention that now people notice and care.
That's not even fair. The whole idea of children's media is dumb.
No, I agree. I'm just saying
children's
that,
media is dumb.
Like, I'm sure there's a million more equally troublesome children's books that didn't get as much attention because
well, sure, but the problem
cared.
isn't how troublesome it is. The problem is this woman being heralded as some fucking oracle.
Yeah, Harry Potter should not have become a global sensation.
That's what I'm saying. No, Harry Potter's cool. It's fine. But when you put her on the levels of some authors that exist in American history or British history, either or, however you want to play this game, no. She's bad. There's no metaphors. There's no allegory. There's no symbolism that is beyond anything that Middle Europe gave me in anti-Semitic fashion. There's absolutely no culture aside from what, like, bland on like, it's.
Yeah, like, why is the wizarding world really culturally similar to, like, England but 5 decades ago?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's 5 fucking wizarding worlds, apparently, and J.K. is a sucker for Victorian-era novels.
Yeah, which, fine, those are good.
Right. Cool. But... Don't care. But, like, don't act like that's... Just make a Victorian-era novel. Why is that weird? I don't...
By the way, it is really telling that every book she tries to write that isn't Harry Potter, like, they do fine, but...
I mean, to be fair, she can do non-Harry Potter, and she'll still get enough people to sign on for nothing. But, all right.
Oh, you mean like the Fantastic Beasts movies or whatever?
Yeah, but let's wrap back to a couple previous episodes. Nah, Carol was right. Half of her fans are garbage, and you don't know what the fuck's going on with the book. You should have guessed why Kara was a girl. You should have read into the things. So, like, clearly none of you care about reading. You just like being fulfilled in your fantasies. This is wish fulfillment. This is problematic anime in book form. And I fucking give so much shit to all those weebs who do this all the time. So why can't I give it to these people?
Yeah, Harry Potter, in terms of what it deserves, it should have gone down in history alongside books like, I I don't know, Uglies by Scott Westerfeld.
I was literally about to say Ugly, but Uglies goes off. Specials? Specials actually continues progress and like makes you think back on Uglies.
I haven't read those, but I have. I don't think you can see them because of the light, but I have his Leviathan trilogy back there, and I was really into those when I was younger.
Okay, where I mean, it's so weird you brought up Uglies. That's where I went, but didn't expect you to. Did you see the movie for that?
No, I didn't. I heard it's like the worst thing ever made by a human.
I tried starting it, and I was like, I don't understand if you guys know what this book is.
Well, these were great, or at least when I was in like middle to high school, I thought they were.
I'm not gonna lie. Anytime I see something with a logo like that in the front, I'm just getting like 40K vibes. Is it 40K vibes?
No, it's kind of like it's World War One, but it's like an alternate history version of the world where. Like, this isn't the sole divergence point, but among other things, Charles Darwin, in addition to discovering the theory of evolution, discovered DNA.
Oh.
So by the time of World War One, they literally have like genetically engineered super strength living vessels and shit. Like
human or non-human?
Non-human. Like
are there humans who are enhanced?
I don't think so, no.
So this isn't like a weird question of rights. This is more one soldier we made for one purpose.
It's not one soldier.
Like one class of soldier.
Well, it's not even a class of soldier. They replaced all their technology with bioengineered shit. Or like one half. So there's two sides to World War One, of course. Though like the lines are a little blurrier in terms of ethics.
Hold on. Charles Darwin's a citizen of.
Well, Charles Darwin's dead by this point, so.
Yeah, no, but he was a citizen of where?
England, I think.
Do we have any other involved powers in World War One other than what we know is standard World War One fights?
It seems to be like roughly the same countries involved.
Okay, so like this isn't like a U.S. thing. This is an English boys down in a trench type shit.
Well, yeah, sort of. So there's two protagonists and they eventually meet and team up. But one of them is the son of Franz Ferdinand.
What?
Yeah, he was the Archduke's son, except he was, because the Archduke married a commoner, he's not entitled to any of the inheritance and shit.
Yeah, but he's like grunting. He's not even like.
Well, no, he's not grunting when his family gets killed. He and like one or two of his loyal people have to go on the run.
So he Anastasia'd.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Now he in particular is fictional, but the real Franz Ferdinand did indeed have a son who was not entitled to his inheritance.
Yeah, Franz Ferdinand was a playboy who had a bunch of bastards all over the place.
Well, this wasn't his bastard son. This was his second
misunderstanding on my part.
No, in real life, his wife was a commoner, so I guess his second wife or whatever was a commoner, so their children weren't entitled to the inheritance.
Yeah, but like, if I remember my history correctly, it was gonna kind of work out. It was kind of like a Diana situation.
Yeah, so what happened was that in real life, the Archduke was trying to get the Pope's blessing to give his inheritance to his son.
He was going to pay him, and the Pope had agreed.
Probably, yeah.
That is the okay, go on.
So in this book, one of the, not exactly plot twists, but one of the things we find out a little later is that the main character is carrying a letter from the Pope authenticating his birthright.
Nice.
And that's why he's being hunted by his own government, because they're like, oh shit, that's going to be inconvenient.
The fact that he carries that's kind of silly, but I get it.
Well, it was like one of the few... he doesn't carry it. It was like one of the few people who escaped with him was like their fucking vizier, butler, whatever.
Cool.
And he was
cool.
carrying
I like this.
Yeah, so in World War One, the two sides, I guess I'll just call them the Allied and Central Powers, even though I don't know if they use the term. So the Central Powers, like the Austro-Hungary guys, they have all this like steampunk shit. Like they have mechs and fucking like really primitive
steampunks versus eugenics.
Yeah, well, not even eugenics, because they don't do it on people. They I'll get to that in a sec.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
it's all like
Who
it's
cares?
more
On
like
pigs,
diesel
on people,
punk.
it's on rats, it's on eugenics. It is eugenics.
Yeah. So then the Allied side, because Charles Darwin discovered DNA among other things, they fly around in like basically genetically engineered whales or like living creatures that can function as airships, and like they don't use metal, they use like genetically engineered wood that's engineered to be like as strong as steel. Like they have all kinds of weird wacky shit.
This is one of those things I kind of like it, but it sounds just like writing elves in World War II.
It definitely, again, it's fiction for children, but
fiction. Okay, let's start on a fucking honest point. The Diary of Anne Frank is fiction for children because she didn't imagine adults was going to be where we're going to read this.
It's not really fiction for children, to be clear.
Well, I mean, when she talks about some, I'm not going to get too deep into this book. You know the one part I'm talking about, and I'm not. I
actually don't. Is it the part where she talks about masturbating?
I made my statement and I moved. I'm not here anymore.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure that we're not coming off as Holocaust deniers.
No, we're not Holocaust deniers. We're that Anne Frank had to live by herself, pretty much mentally making games to survive. And we need to not disacknowledge that, like, that there's mental damage.
Okay.
There's fiction involved in what she wrote because it's her diary.
Yeah, okay. That's something different. All right, good.
Yeah, no. Her diary isn't inherently fiction. But if you put anyone in a fucking isolated environment for that amount of time, they're going to write some fiction.
Yeah.
Always.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Before we move on to anything else, the other protagonist, and by the way, it's been so long I don't remember any of these characters' fucking names, but I remember like the gist of them.
Yeah, that's enough.
So the other protagonist is doing the classic, like, lie about my age to fight in World War I thing, except she's also lying about being a girl. Or lying about not being a girl, I should say.
So she's Mulan.
Oh, yeah, it's like Mulan mixed with the lie to...
Mulan.
Kind of, yeah. Except she's, like, Scottish, and
yeah,
they use, like, really fucking, like, heavy...
Great.
Yeah, a heavy dashing of Scottish slang and everything. Anyway, it's not the best book ever, but it's pretty interesting.
By the way, random update. My mother has reached a point in this terrible novel where she's very pissed at me.
Oh, the Red Rising stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
I pointed her at the friend who first showed this to me, and every day she just bitches them out now.
So I have like accounts on Letterboxd and Goodreads and Backlog.
Please tell me that you looked up this because of this.
Yes. So my Goodreads like rating ratio, if you look at my profile, is really skewed really high. That's not because I'm an easy judge on books. It's because if I don't like a book, I don't fucking read it.
See, that's why I think this book is so special. And I make it clear to anyone who has the time to listen to me. This is a terrible book. But if you go into it expecting a terrible book, it's so funny.
Yeah, it's like... Because like my Letterboxd little bar graph thing is a little more balanced because movies aren't a big time commitment, so I'll pretty much watch any movie you put in front of me.
Fair.
But if it's like a video game, like if I play it for an hour and it sucks, I'm just going to not play it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, you almost have to piss me off in the perfect way to keep me reading, but not liking it.
Yeah, like what was the last game I played that I actively disliked? It was probably South Park Snow Day.
To be fair, folks, we're talking about, it's N64, right?
No, I'm talking about the new one for PS5.
Oh, okay. So, thank you. That's why I was like, hold on, because like that South Park Snow Day is an ancient game.
Yeah, I got it for my birthday, and I played it. I think I finished the whole story in a few hours, and then I never played it again.
Because the shit's ancient text. Trey probably coded it himself.
Well, no, this is a new game. Like, it's not related to the other one.
At all?
No, it's like, in fact, I think the other one's not called.
Okay, because I don't know then. I thought you were talking about the ancient ass Doom Scroll ass, like.
Hang Hang on. So there was a South Park game just called South Park on N64. There was here. I'll bring it up. There was South Park Chef's Love Shack, Rally, Let's Go Tower Defense Play, Tenderman's Revenge. Yeah, so I played Stick of Truth and not Pinball and Fractured Butthole. I loved both of them.
Well, I think it's a mini game inside the first South Park game. Is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, maybe that's it. So what pissed me off so much was South Park Snow Day has the same protagonist, like the new kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, it's the third one in the trilogy. And then I played it and it's like, no, it's a completely different kind of game.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is like a reference that like only 3 people get.
What?
I could be wrong, but I think that's the point here. Yeah. They're in Koopa Keep? Koopa Keep?
I guess, yeah.
I'm very glad that we can all acknowledge that. What the fuck is Bowser's name? I don't know, bro. It depends on what TV show you're watching.
See, this, like, I mean, you can read how long the fucking plot is. Like, that would have been a perfectly fine 40-minute special, or maybe like a 2-parter of the regular show. But the game just, like, it's not fun to play.
Yeah, but I don't, the more I go on, the more I think Trey's, like, doing what he has to for this show.
Maybe.
We have ran him dry a little bit.
Well, see, all the story stuff is still good. It's just like a shitty game to play. Like, you can tell that they didn't have much input in this one.
That's what I'm saying. Is I feel like someone brought to him and he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Fine.
I will say it was really fucking funny that at the end of the game, so there's like dark matter is one of the power sources in the game, but of course it's kids playing, so the dark matter is just shit. Like, it's just literal shit.
That's the one where you touch it enough times, the game blows up.
I don't know. I don't even know if it has anything cool like that. Anyway, at the end,
I know one of the games has this where Cartman goes, "Nah, you fucking keep touching that, we're all gonna die." And he goes, "Seriously, one more time."
Oh yeah, that's one of the previous ones. Anyway, it did really make me piss myself laughing that at the end, Mr. Hanky absorbs a bunch of dark matter and becomes a giant worm called Shaisa Halud. As you can see right here. Like I said, the plot is funny. It's just that the game itself isn't fun at all.
I mean, Hanky's also banned from South Park now.
Yeah, they get into that. Like, that's part of why he's become vengeful is because of the episode where he got banned.
I mean, I don't know how many South Park stands we got out there, but pun intended. Banning Mr. Hanky from South Park has always seemed really fucking great for me. Just because I remember where, like, Trey's like, all right, I'm really having some trouble this season. Let me try to reform the work I have. And just a bunch of meta jokes. And all of you were like, well, why? Because it wasn't Trump, at least.
Hang on, I'm just reading this thing here.
Do you ever miss the days where South Park wasn't about politics?
I mean, it always was about politics, but yeah, like every now and then it gets a little old.
I mean, I personally believe South Park is about culture. I'm going to heavily paraphrase an article that I had read about a month ago, where someone asked Trey, all right, so like, what the fuck is up with the Trump thing? Because you've gone on record like you don't like to do this. And specifically with Trump, you were like, we're not going to, like, I don't want to do a Trump recap show. He's like, I know. But here's the plan. I had one original episode. Did you see season 27, episode 1?
I've seen all of South Park, so yeah.
The one where he's Hussein.
Oh yeah, and then
the like first one where they're like, yeah. I'm taking the song back, I'm rewriting the song with extra notes, I'm putting in all these things from the movie from 20 fucking years ago. It was a great fucking callback. I can change, guy. Oh, I'm sure you can. Like,
Yeah.
It's great, but the expectation was culture would move on. As Trey pointed out, as my father kind of exhilarates in my life, and as a lot of people seem to highlight when I want to talk politics, politics are now pop culture, and we're not talking politics. We're talking anti-cult of personality. We're talking hate crowd. We're talking like it's like me in high school talking about who I like and who I don't like. It was like politics used to be the two dudes who voted in the election based off it not being a popularity contest. Now those two dudes got absorbed as well, and we're all just, what do we like? What do we not like? And I mean, shit, I used to hear a bunch about random pop culture. I ain't heard shit about the Kardashians in a year and a half, but I hear a bunch about Trump. So where's the content?
Plus, also keep in mind that Paramount doing that whole fucking bribe with Trump pissed them off so much.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean? You know who fucking owns this fuckers, Larry?
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, I probably should have. I'm just going to take you off screen for 1 second. I probably should have worn a different shirt.
Fire!
Yeah, I actually wore this shirt under my tux when I went to that wedding back in October because it's the whitest shirt I own, and I didn't think I'd have to take off my vest. And then my friend is like, "Let's do one with the vests off," and I'm like, "You're gonna have to fucking light me correctly then, so this isn't visible through the shirt."
Would have been a lot funnier if you just went barefoot, or I'm sorry, bare chested, because it's more white than your shirt. But
that's true. Yeah.
Listen, it's been a couple weeks. I'm just saying, where is the Skyrim giant representation at this wedding? I'm not seeing it. I can't help it.
And anyway, my friend, when that happened, my friend's like, "Why'd you wear that shirt?" And I'm like, "Because I didn't think I'd have to take the fucking vest off."
Okay, do I need to be the guy? Why didn't you turn the fucking shirt around?
Well, I had like my collared shirt over it. It's just that you could vaguely see there was some writing under it.
Oh, that's...
And in his case, he was more like, "Why didn't you buy a plain white t-shirt for this?"
If you didn't prep undershirts, that's on homeboy.
Like, that's what I said. Is like, dude, I thought we'd have vests on all night.
I mean, but also he wanted undershirt photos, but didn't prep undershirts.
Well, not undershirt photos. He just was like wanted the like jackets off casual.
Yeah, no, and like, is this your first time wearing a suit, my friend? Have you never heard of an undershirt? Do you not understand the dynamics of an undershirt? I mean, what color is the suit? No, bro, I'm gonna get really fucking specific really quickly. Because, like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry that you spent $1,000 for the suit rental, and God forbid you spend the extra $150 to make sure all of your guys have extra undershirts. You probably planned out a whole dance. God forbid they even get sweaty in the pits. No, I'm fucking crazy. You serious? This is obnoxious. Plan your wedding. It's your day too, bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's...
No, I fucking hate that.
Anyway, it was a fun time. It was just funny that he's like, "You wore a shirt with writing underneath your collared shirt." And I'm like, yeah, because the vest is there.
Tell me, what does my undershirt say right now? You don't know, because I didn't plan on showing you.
Yeah,
I will show you, because it's a great band. Everyone go support the Diplomats of Funk.
Hell yeah. I'm throwing that. Hang on. Let me look that up.
I actually wrote the liner notes for the new album.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, fucking absolute great band. I support them very much. My good buddy's been in there for a while.
So the other thing that I did, not exactly scheduled to talk about tonight, but I definitely want to talk about. So I'm continuing my Star Trek watching, right? And I finished the animated series. So last night, for the first time in probably 15 years, I watched this movie. In fact, it's a slightly new cut, so I've technically never seen it before.
Wild.
And I like this movie a lot. I really fucking love this movie. I gotta say, I really love Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
You have feelings about this?
Yeah, I do. I wrote you the thing about it.
No, I know, and the reason I tried calling you earlier was because I was like, "Oh fuck, you're really doing this today?"
Yeah. So
Okay.
people criticize Star Trek: The Motion Picture for the fact that its plot is like basically the same plot as the Nomad episode of the original series, except way longer.
Well, let's be fair and kind and tell our listeners what that synopsis is.
That is true. I forget that not everyone else is autistic as me.
That's why I'm like, hold on.
So the original Star Trek episode had an episode called I think it was The Changeling.
I believe it's called The Changeling, yes.
Yeah, and they find an old Earth probe, like a really primitive space probe called Nomad, that has like journeyed so far it's gained sentience and it wants to like do some bad guy shit. Whatever.
One of the many robots Kirk encounters that wants to kill people. I bring this up a lot.
Yeah,
it's an enormous.
It was one of, I think, 5 or so times throughout the franchise that Kirk talks a computer to death.
Franchise including animated and TOS? I think you're undershooting.
I think he mostly only did that in TOS.
Okay, because I thought animated he did it like once or twice and then fucking brought it up.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so like 5 or so times throughout Star Trek, Kirk talks a computer to death. And
Kirk meets the computer who's achieved sentience. To be clear, this is a computer who didn't have sentience before. It achieved sentience. Kirk's like, that's a bad egg. And it talks into killing itself.
Yeah, Star Trek has like 12 or so different kinds of plots, and every episode is a combination of elements therein.
I mean, if you don't like that, you want to make fun of it, move to lower decks. It'll take you about 10 years at Larry's speed, but you'll get there. Don't worry.
It won't take me 10 years. It'll take me like a year.
Fair.
I'm watching minimum an episode a day, all right? So it's not like I'm being fucking lazy.
Can't wait until you fucking reach like Tandy and Boimler. Like,
I will get to it.
Bro, fucking Boimler is a Star Trek fan who's in Starfleet.
Yeah,
that is funny.
So anyway, Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Spoilers for the 37-year-old movie, or no, 47-year-old movie.
Older than both of us put together.
Yeah. V'ger, the alien entity.
No, oh my god! Fuck.
I know. Jesus.
Fuck. Go on. Yeah, go on. Yeah, sorry, that hurt. Caught myself on the windshield, folks.
So the V'ger entity, the ostensible antagonist of the movie, turns out to be one of the Voyager probes from like the 1970s, and it just traveled so far and acquired so much knowledge that it gained a consciousness.
Not Voyager. OG NASA Voyager.
Yeah, in real life there NASA were Voyager. A probe series called the Voyagers.
That was Mars or Saturn?
Neither. They had their own thing, like their own program.
Didn't it loop around one of the planets to shoot out?
Who knows? Probably.
It's been a long time, but I thought they had like one weird like loop kind of thing.
Maybe. So in real life, they didn't actually make 6 Voyager probes, but whatever. Like they didn't know that in 1979. So the Voyager 6 probe is was what it was called. And so a lot of people give the movie shit for the fact that that's basically the same plot as Nomad. But here's the thing. I like that. As I said to Nick, I like that. Because this movie was the first time that Star Trek ever had a fucking budget at all.
And I agree so much with this plot. I did not say a word in text. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this to get on this.
The visuals in this movie are way more high tech and cool looking and fucking bombastic than the visuals ever were in the TV show.
What you're saying is we're taking the stakes of an episode that we cared about, we weren't able to raise to the maximum level, and we're applying all the SFX, the resources, and all the things we have at our disposal to try to make it the best it can be so you understand the stakes of Star Trek?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, God forbid they ever fucking knew that. They're assholes.
Yeah, so not only... So this, like, it feels like a big deal because...
it is!
Yeah. And then when you watch it and you realize it's basically the same thing as Nomad, you're like, oh, shit. Nomad could have been this big a deal. every crazy adventure they went on could have been a really big deal if they hadn't
That's the reason I don't
handled it.
like TOS, actually. Is like, listen, I understand that this is a cowboy adventure, but it's the Enterprise. This is the fucking ship. This is where things get done. If it didn't get done here, it probably smacked Cisco's dad back on Earth in New Orleans, and I can't have that.
Yeah, I mentioned once on this stream a while back that when you watch original TOS, particularly the early episodes, that was kind of before they decided that the Enterprise was as significant in universe as it is.
I was hoping you were going to bring this up because no, Kirk is allowed to be who he is because he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because if you look at Star Trek lore, we can all accept what the Enterprise turned into. But
yeah,
then how do you rationalize what Kirk is? Well, he just didn't care.
Yeah.
He just did not care, which is kind of dishonest to the franchise, if you ask me. It's a little bit dishonest because Kirk, the TV character, not the movie character, I want to be very clear about this, he's a fucking nerd and he follows the rules. You hadn't made rules for him yet, so he was just doing whatever he wanted.
Yeah,
modern Trek tries to act like there were rules Kirk broke. No, there weren't.
In hindsight, TOS very much feels like the Wild West compared to later Treks. By design.
Is the Wild West. It feels like it's like I'm just wandering. I'm not coming up with the exact example, but where I'm going through the Wild West and it's like a long Oregon Trail ass thing, and there's like a person of the week here.
Yeah, like Gunsmoke or whatever.
Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke.
That's or one of the million others that DeForest Kelley did before he got cast in Star Trek.
Listen. Is it okay if I say it?
Sure.
They just couldn't see DeForest for the trees.
Yeah, I know.
I asked.
So anyway,
you fucking knew.
Anyway, when you watch TOS, because Star Trek as we know it now didn't really exist yet.
Yeah.
There's certain shit that's kind of weird. And so like the Enterprise, like we now know that the Enterprise is like the flagship of
But it wasn't
Starfleet.
At the time, it was a ship.
Well, I mean in hindsight, timeline-wise, it probably was, but they hadn't decided that when they made like the fairly early episodes of the TV show. So it comes across more like it's just, oh yeah, one of the many ships they have out there.
It might be argued, Starfleet, once again, not a military, maybe the Enterprise was the flagship, but they didn't know how to prioritize a flagship.
Yeah, or like, so you remember the Tholian web?
Yes, I do.
So, like, they find one of the Enterprise's sister ships because they didn't have the budget to make another model.
Yeah. Same ship, different name.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that literally every time we see any other Starfleet vessel, it's always the same class as the Enterprise.
While you're in poor land. You're still in poor Star Trek land. You'll get out of poor Star Trek
land.
Yeah.
In fact, that was something notable about the cartoon, was that it was the first time they ever had other models of Starfleet vessel. True. Because it didn't cost anything. So, in the episode, the Tholian Web, where they find the sister ship, which is called the Defiant, by the way, which is funny in hindsight.
Oh, no, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. Well, the second decision was on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. So, when, what was it, Commodore Decker, when he describes what happened and what got the crew killed, it sounds very much like a scenario you'd get from any other episode of Star Trek. Except this time they didn't save the day at the end.
Full budget.
Yeah, like it kind of, like when Commodore Decker describes like this thing that they stumbled onto that wound up killing the whole crew, it works because you're like, damn, that sounds like the kind of thing our guys would have stumbled into. Like, our guys could have very easily been the ones to stumble into it and all gotten killed. Like, it's just a matter of, like, coincidence that they weren't.
I mean, okay. You might argue that, especially calling it Star Trek the Motion Picture, this isn't accidental. This is to...
Well, I'm talking about the Tholian Web, not...
Well, wait. So the Folian Web was from which episode?
That's the one where they get stuck in the laser gate when they're trying to rescue the other ship, and Kirk
That's
is
the
like stuck
early
in
one, or
interface.
is that the later one?
It was like halfway through the show.
Okay. Sorry, that's where I was like, just like which kind of crew we dealing with? Okay.
Anyway, like Commodore Decker, the captain of the ship, he's the only one who survives, and he's there to tell the story of what happened. And it's like I said, it feels very much like a scenario that our guys could have stumbled into. So it makes the universe feel big. It makes you feel like, oh yeah, this kind of crazy shit happens all the time, and the Enterprise, the guys we're following, are just one of the many ships that go through this.
I'm thankful for stuff like this because I think it highlights how skilled our people are.
I've said before, I like that Star Trek looks kind of cheap because it makes it feel like, oh, space travel is pedestrian in this era.
I don't disagree with that, but I think 2001 captures that better if we're going to go on that angle.
Well, 2000, okay, that's not fair, though.
Yes, that's fair. It's very fair. It's very fair.
I mean, it's 2001. It's one of the best movies ever made for a reason.
Yeah, okay, but they didn't know that when they were making it. It wasn't predestined to be one of the greatest movies ever. It happened to be because of the work that was put into every angle that wasn't put in on a lot of things like this.
Yeah, and by the way, they destroyed every fucking thing they made for 2001 so that it couldn't be reused in shitty sci-fi like all sci-fi props always were. Which means that 15 years later, when they went to do the sequel to 2001, they were like, well, fuck.
You actually believe that?
What do you mean?
I think Kubrick has a copy of that fucking... he has the obsidian...
Oh, the obelisk?
He has an obelisk in his living room. He fucking has one.
Yeah, maybe. I was talking about like the model ships and the sets and everything. Like the normal stuff.
I mean, this is going to sound wild. Do you think that matters that much?
It mattered to Kubrick, apparently.
Yeah, well, Kubrick, I mean, cares about the moon landing.
Yeah.
That's why, folks, Conspiracy Up 2001, same models.
Speaking of reused props, by the way, one of the red jumpsuits they made for like a minor character for one episode of Star Trek would later, 10 years on, become very important because they made it Mork's fucking signature outfit in Mork and Mindy.
I mean, Star Trek is the basis of so much American culture that we don't even know. All right, my favorite thing, or not my favorite, but a good one. I had an ex who was really into slasher films. Now, Larry Bear, you know me. I mean, fucking slashers only go so far. Like, they're a means to give me other shit. But if it's just slasher, it's bad. Like it's not done well.
Yeah.
Well, I had to explain to someone what the Michael Myers mask was. And they kind of had a moment of like, what? And I'm like, to anyone who doesn't know, Will Shatner.
Yeah. It was a Shatner mask.
Halloween used to be a different place. You could go and get really bad masks of really bad things. And so when they wanted to make the killer Michael Myers, they said, all right, go find the worst Halloween mask you can find. And what they found was a Will Shatner mask.
Yeah, they like painted it white and maybe turned it inside out, depending on which version of the story you hear.
I mostly hear they just turned it white because it looks pretty accurate, but
yeah.
But yeah, no, then they painted it white. They had a dude act like, all right, you know what Leatherface is, right?
Yeah.
Here's your Leatherface. Go on, have fun, go.
By the way, fun fact: did you know that there is only one frame of that entire movie where Michael Myers' body language was actually told to him by John Carpenter?
I'm sorry, there's one frame?
Well, not frame, but like one shot.
Okay, because first of all, the one frame threw me the fuck off.
Yeah, that was my mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, the only shot in the entire movie where John Carpenter gave stage direction to Nick Castle was when he stabs Bob against the wall.
Fuck!
Carpenter said, turn your head like you're admiring your own artwork.
Oh,
Yeah, that. But all of Michael Myers' other body language was all come up with by Nick Castle. Like the iconic sit-up fully upright like that. And the fact that he's just like casually strolling like he might as well be whistling, that was all fucking Nick Castle inventing all that shit.
So I don't really know much about Nick Castle. To be clear, would we call him like a one-hit wonder in this field? Is he just a very experienced person?
No, he's mostly famous not as an actor.
No, but I didn't ask that.
What do you mean?
How much did he pursue an acting career?
Not a ton. Like he's mostly limited to small appearances, and then his work in Hollywood is mostly writing and directing.
So is it more like when you're around the thing and someone's like, "Well, you should do this," or where was his aim? I guess I'm asking. I apologize.
His aim was that he and John Carpenter were friends from college, and John Carpenter was given $300K to make a movie, and he said, "Hey Nick, do you want to be in this movie?" And he said, "Yeah, sure."
I'll be real with you. I just really blacked out you saying John Carpenter and just like wished really hard for a second. But go on, go.
Yeah, in fact, Nick Castle's arguably, other than Michael Myers, most famous for directing the movie The Last Starfighter.
Oh.
The movie that Armada basically ripped off, yeah. He also co-wrote Escape from New York with John Carpenter.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, we owe this guy a little bit.
Yeah, and he's done other stuff too, but it's funny because in one of the bonus features on Halloween, he was talking about how he'll go to Comic-Cons and people will come up and talk about how they're fans of him and talk about a number of different things from his career, like, "Oh, I loved Last Starfighter," all that, and then they always go, "Can you sign this Michael Myers poster?"
I'm not.
By the way, to be clear, when Michael gets his mask ripped off, that's not Nick Castle. That's a different actor. Nick Castle was the guy in the suit for the rest of the movie.
James Earl Jones bit.
Yeah, well, it's funny because all the subsequent Halloween movies figured they can just cast anyone as Michael because he's just a guy in a suit. But all of them, Michael's not as scary because he doesn't have the physicality. The only one who captured Michael's physicality accurately was the guy who played him in the reboot, or not reboot, but the
Rob Zombie?
The David Gordon Green trilogy.
Oh, true.
In fact, there's one shot in that where they put Nick Castle in the Michael Myers costume, like just kind of so they said they did. And he was the source of the breathing effects and everything. He also makes a non-mask cameo in, I think, Ends, when they go to the Halloween party. And he goes, "Like what you see," and he opens his trench coat to reveal like the Halloween costume organs taped on and everything.
Man,
that was Nick Castle in that guy.
Did they get Nick Castle for Monster?
I don't know.
I asked specifically because I saw not the Menendez brothers. Who's the OG Leatherface? What's the fuck's his name? Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Monster Ed Gein was weirdly a very good thing that talked a lot about the film inspired by Ed Gein.
Yeah, these are some of the movies Nick Castle has directed, by the way.
Nick Castle Jr. Whoa. Let's not put some disrespect on Nicholas John Castle Sr.
That is true. Here, let me look at his full see, most of this stuff is director and writer credits. But then there's acting roles.
Alrighty, let's see.
Yeah, so he mostly does directorial work.
I always expect to see a couple porns whenever I scroll to this section.
I know, right?
I never see them, and it kind of makes me sad. Like, someone's gotta, right?
Oh, he did mocap for the... Oh, shit, I didn't know there... Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I guess he did mocap for the new Halloween video game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Did you just tell me that his body language was like perfect?
Well, it was, but that usually they don't hire him despite that because they don't know how important.
Yeah, but it's mocap.
Is.
Like, I mean,
yeah, I guess
hire him once for the mocap job, and then like he's done. It's over. Yeah.
I'm shocked that they got him for a video game. But then
I'm
again,
not
they
gonna
got
lie,
Peter
the one
Weller
where
back.
the reason I'm kind of leaning towards this makes more sense to me is because you have Mortal Kombat and NEVER Neversoft like doing their whole thing where we love mocap.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just want very specific mocap people. And they've been doing Mike Myers shit for years. So maybe they just like said, give me the real one.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of the latest RoboCop video game actually getting Peter Weller back.
Yeah, no, exactly. Ironically, also a character in Mortal Kombat. I don't know if there's a connection here, but there might be.
Yeah, actually, that Mortal Kombat game was the first time they got him back, and then he was like, "Hey, I like doing RoboCop shit again. Give me a video game."
That's what I'm saying. Is the Mortal Kombat dudes know how to get people back?
So
they respect the artist. No, there definitely is a connection here that's relevant to this somehow.
Yeah. How did we get on the subject of fucking Michael Myers?
Shit. What's up? We're talking about the guy who played Michael Myers, right? And then the guy, Nicholas, and the guy. Blah, blah.
Anyway.
Stop. Kirk Mask.
Yeah, Kirk Mask.
Kirk Mask.
So anyway, we were talking about Star Trek and how, like, you know, their adventures feel like it feels like there's a million things going on, and the Enterprise is just one of them. Was what I was saying.
I just don't think that the original series captures enough the fact that, like, even if this is the Wild West, it's hell out there.
Yeah,
it's terrible. I mean,
I always cite the fact that, like, when a crew member dies, like the red shirt joke, when a crew member dies on TOS, like, Kirk takes it seriously.
Kirk does.
Yeah, like, he cares, but it is like, well, dying on this mission is certainly not impossible. Like, that's the tone.
To be fair, you're still on a 5-year mission. You're not on an extended continuing mission of just doing whatever every day.
Yeah, whereas, like, on Next Gen, crew deaths are so rare that they're, like, notable when they happen.
Real crew deaths, because don't, like, minor crew die occasionally, and Picard don't really give a fuck.
No, well, that happens in the Next Gen movies, yes, but
okay. Because I'm like, I noticed a couple of examples of Picard not giving a fuck.
Oh yeah, in Star Trek Nemesis, the fucking bridge windshield gets blown out, and half the crew gets sucked out to their fucking deaths, and then at the end of the movie, he's just like fucking around.
I mean, he's an officer. I guess I never expected Picard to be anything different. I don't think it's a fault. That's just Picard.
Well, so like in the TNG show, when a crew member dies, like, I mean, Picard definitely, you know, does his duty and he stays composed, but he's fucking upset and he blames himself if he loses a single crew member. Like, there was one time that I think 18 crew get killed in one go, and he's basically inconsolable for the rest of the episode.
I gotta double check, but I thought he could get pulled out of that.
Well, he can, but my point is, like, he can still do his job, but my point is, like, crew deaths on TNG are a lot rarer, and Picard seems a lot less prepared for their possibility. Because space travel in the intervening 100 years has theoretical, like, people bring their kids on the Enterprise and next.
Well, Picard has gone on note and been like, I don't really agree with this.
Well, I know, but my point is, like in the TOS era, space travel is considered, like, dangerous enough that you only go on it when you're prepared for danger. Whereas in Next Gen, like I said, people bring their fucking kids and their pets and shit.
I mean, this is gonna sound like a meme, but I mean, damn it, Jim, I'm not XYZ. Like,
by the way, you know he never actually said "damn it" in front of that. They weren't allowed to. The only time anyone actually swears in the whole of TOS is at the end of City on the Edge of Forever when Kirk says, "Let's get the hell out of here," and they had to argue with NBC to be allowed to say that.
Like, yeah,
because it was 1966.
Yeah, but can we not just Mandela it? Come on.
He might have said "damn it, Jim" in one of the movies. I don't know.
At some point, he says "damn it, Jim." At some point, that phrase comes.
Similarly, never in the entire franchise has Kirk ever said the exact words, "Beam me up, Scotty."
Yeah, it's like, Scotty, you'll need to beam me up or something.
Yeah, he said, like, beam us up. He says, Scotty, beam me up in Star Trek 4. But the exact phrase, beam me up, Scotty, is never said once in the entire franchise.
What taught you the phrase, beam me up, Scotty?
People misremembering it and making it like a cultural thing, a Mandela effect.
I'm just saying, the least amount of words is an easy sell.
Yeah, for a slightly better known one, Darth Vader never said the phrase, Luke, I am your father.
I am your father. I fucking know.
He said, no, I am your father.
So earlier you referenced that not everyone is autistic. I don't know how much this matters.
It doesn't. It's just fun to talk about.
Okay, that's valid. No, that's valid. As long as you're right, but like it still felt the same way when I got those lines.
So something interesting I actually learned recently about Star Trek: The Motion Picture is so that episode Tholian Web. Part of why I was talking about it is because the character from it, Matt Decker, this guy.
You had him up and pulled him off earlier.
Oh, wait, yeah, because
why does he look like the villain from Men in Black 1?
He does, actually. He doesn't normally look like this. This is him after he's been marooned on the ship by himself for a few days, living with the guilt of getting everyone killed. So that's why he looks all fucked up.
What did they do to his hair? Because I love the effect on it. It's very effective.
They just made him look like he hasn't shaved or showered or fucking gotten any sleep in 3 days.
Oh, sorry. I saw the Will Decker photo and I thought that was young him. Sorry.
No, so actually, by the way, fucking amazing use of dynamic lighting in this. Like for a TV show in the 1960s, like that's really dynamic lighting.
Shout out Lucille Ball.
Seriously, yeah. How do I fucking zoom out? Fuck you. Anyway, so this isn't necessarily canon because it's only from the novelization.
Okay.
But according to the novelization of the motion picture, this guy was actually the father of Will Decker from the motion picture.
Okay.
Yeah, which is interesting because it gives some added subtext to his relationship with Kirk. Because in the movie, he says because like Kirk basically fucking sandbags him. Like he says, like, I'm taking back the Enterprise for this mission. You're temporarily demoted to first officer commander. Like he gets a rank reduction and everything, the temporary one. And Decker naturally feels betrayed by that. But one of the things he says is, you recommended me for this position.
Like, I'm not going to lie, with shit like that, I always feel a certain type of way. Where, like, I don't think Kirk can do that.
Not really, no.
I don't think he can do that.
Not officially. He threw his weight around, basically.
No, he threw Kirk around. Because, even, I just think it's important to note, the name of Kirk is Big Dick Energy inside the Federation. But, it only takes one Spock to show, yeah, he's kind of wrong half the time. It's fine. It's fine to call him out.
Kirk has a great fucking character arc in the movie, by the way.
Absolutely. I mean, Kirk has great character arcs in general if we're not going to be fucking dicks and acknowledge all the things he goes through. But
true.
I don't.
So anyway,
knowing that validates this, this end fucking level of Kirk, I really wish I had an old fucking Vulcan to just step up and be like, no. I think that would be the better scene in my opinion.
McCoy kind of does that a bit in the movie.
But that's what I'm saying is I need someone non-emotional. I need someone who can't be validated by, oh, they're wrong. I need the same reason that Sisko has such a hard time convincing anyone that the Vulcan he has a rivalry with is because of a rivalry. I need a Vulcan to step up for this one reason. No, but technically.
So I do want to ask, would you agree that having, I keep pointing like you guys can fucking see, that having Will Deckard be the son of Commodore Decker adds like interesting subtext to the relationship.
I think it applies subtext. It's not what I feel is the best option.
Well, so the reason why, because in the episode with Commodore Decker, he appears to be like at least a casual friend of Kirk. Like they've known each other for a while.
Yeah, no, because Will Decker knew some shit. Like he knew stuff about Kirk, right?
Well, I mean, he seemed to know Kirk personally, so
yeah, he knew the man,
yeah,
not the officer.
But like then knowing, oh, his dad was the like legendary Commodore who was killed in the Tholian web, and who was a friend of Kirk's, and now Kirk, who's basically like a surrogate uncle or older brother to him, is fucking him over on this mission. Like, oh, that really fucking stings.
It stings. I don't know.
Like, it doesn't nuke the movie if it's not canon. It's just an interesting idea. Like, no, so that's why he took it so personally.
No, absolutely. I don't disagree with you there. I just think when we're having like, oh, well, he could be the son of this guy that we think he did know well. I would prefer we just went with like a next gen or a Picard style of, yeah, he knew this fucker in the academy. These are the facts. So we're feeling a certain way about it. I get the whole subtext, but like part of me wants to go, all right, he's never gonna bring up his dad once. Just nail it up. Like just bring it up once.
Yeah, that is fair. That's kind of why it's not canon, because the only like unlike Star Wars, the shit that happens in Star Trek books isn't canon to the main timeline.
Well, I mean,
like it explicitly
unlike Star Wars, Star Trek fans can mostly agree with themselves. But go off.
I would not say that.
I told you we jettisoned the TOS people a long time ago.
Yeah.
If I count that jettison, we mostly agree with each other.
Yeah, so like that information. Also, another one, and this actually made it into the script but got cut from the finished film. One of the people who died in that transporter accident is supposed to be Scotty's nephew. And that one actually, not in the cut I watched last night, because the one I watched last night is the one that Paramount Plus has, which is like the director's edition from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But in the original cut, which I did see years ago, you'll notice that when that transporter accident happens, everyone else is very quietly somber.
Scotty has a fucking moment. No, I know it's
Scotty's fucking crying.
No, because I know about this, because I thought that we just assumed that. Yeah, okay.
Well, that one was supposed to be in the movie, and it just kind of got cut for time.
Yeah, that I thought more was cutting floor and not like.
Yeah, whereas the one from the novel, that's by the way, Roddenberry wrote the novelization of the movie himself, which is kind of a big deal. And so that just seems like one of his random ideas that he just put in.
Question.
Yeah.
Now, did he make sure to get the licensing rights for all the words of that novel? Because we know, Gene Roddenberry has a problem. If anyone else gets credit for a thing he allegedly wrote the fucking words for. Driving deep in the night, or whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know for sure if he did that on purpose or if that was just... Yeah. It's possible.
He did that on purpose.
So apparently whatever rights discrepancy they had with Alexander Courage got resolved by the time the first movie was made, because you do actually hear the original theme sprinkled into some of the Jerry Goldsmith score. And I've never noticed that until now.
I think he just wanted Gene to eat some crow. Gene
Probably.
had to eat crow in court. And they're like, all right, here's your song back. Have fun.
And also, it's like I said, it's possible the whole thing was an accident. So maybe Courage just got over it.
Well, let me this one. It's possible. Gene Roddenberry, if I'm wrong, I got no apologies for you because you make minorities green people in space.
That is true. I mean, he was working with what he was allowed to do, so to some extent, I have to give him a bit of leeway. But...
Sure, so let's just make it belly dancing.
No, I know. I'm just.
It's the belly dancing. It's not the green. It's the belly dancing.
I know.
It's not the green. Like, and he could. You never had the belly dance.
I will say, to Roddenberry's credit, he wanted to have an episode where Uhura takes command of the ship multiple times, and NBC wouldn't let him.
Okay, Herbert.
Herbert. I don't get it.
You've made it through TOS. Okay, one of my favorite TOS episodes is when the Enterprise encounters a ship of space hippies. Now they're
yeah.
any of them, and we learn an interesting vocal dynamic.
I forgot that they used the term Herbert to be like buzzkill.
Well, it's Herbert equals buzzkill / a couple other words I'm not going to say actually on stream, but 50s. Just imagine you're mad at your government, Dad.
Yeah, like straight-laced McCarthyist. Like,
yes, those ass words that I'm not gonna. Yes, those style of words. And the idea is there's a subtle thing that cracks me up about this, and this has died in most Star Trek logic because it's kind of weird.
Okay.
Do you understand how it's weird, Herbert?
How is it weird?
Oh, so you're Herbert.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no. Well, it's that. If when I talk to someone, I call them Herbert, and if they immediately go, "What?" and you go, "Well, that's what I said, Herbert," and they go, "I'm not Herbert."
Yeah, it's a way to immediately test if someone's in on it.
Oh, are you Herbert or you're not Herbert? And if you're not Herbert, you would tell me because your name is not Herbert.
Anyway,
it's so simple.
The point I was actually saying was that, flawed as he was, Roddenberry did want to do shit the network wouldn't let him do.
That's his idea of wokeism, bro, is a name.
I know. I'm just... You know what? He's fucking dead now, so it doesn't matter.
And so is Scott Adams, and I'll dance on both of their graves to the Charles Schultz Peanut song. Da, 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 da.
I love dancing repetitively.
And guess what? If Charles Schultz has any problem, I'm black. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, I joke, but Charles Schultz was the first cartoonist to ever have interracial comics.
Yeah, he had to argue with them to be allowed to do that too.
They threatened to cancel him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, cool. So I guess I'm not writing Peanuts anymore. That sucks." Damn.
Yeah. Well, that the reason I thought of the particular thing about Uhura is because there actually is, as I mentioned a week or two ago, one of the episodes of the cartoon does have Uhura take command of the Enterprise.
Yeah, but are we getting a movie?
Well, no, but... So anyway, Nichelle Nichols was like, yes, finally! And Roddenberry, like, in the corner was like, yeah, I wanted to do that on the original, and they fucking wouldn't let me.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, Rod, how hard you fight?
Supposedly part of why they rejected the original pilot, like The Cage, supposedly part of why was because they didn't love having a female first officer, and they especially didn't love that she was played by his fucking girlfriend.
I've heard this a lot. I've heard it's more feminism and Gene Roddenberry liking specific women sometimes conflict.
Plus, also, not only is it a female first officer, but she spends most of the episode in command because Pike is marooned on the planet. And at one point she says, like, I'll blow your asses up before I let you keep Pike, even if that means killing him. And they were like, yeah, we're not comfortable with a woman being that coldly unemotional.
Listen, she's not feeling she's got to be a bitch. How dare she?
By the way, now, so that character is on Strange New Worlds now, as you know, played by Rebecca Romaine.
I love her.
It would have been really funny to me if when they introduced Christine Chappell, she was also played by Rebecca Romaine with no explanation.
I just feel like we couldn't, but that would be so fucking funny.
That would have been so fucking funny.
Oh my god, that would be so funny.
And Rebecca Romaine voices the Enterprise computer too.
No one says a word about it. It's just... Oh my god.
Via time travel, Loxana Troy shows up and she's also played by Rebecca Romaine.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna raise you because here's the way that you do all of that and you make it even better. You do the Star Trek Lower Decks crossover with Strange New Worlds, and it's just Boimler where it goes, "Oh my god, are you the computer? Yeah. There's Chapel. Why are you the computer?"
They should write that in. They should just write in that, like, Like, they should just write in that they needed a volunteer to do the voice of the computer, and Chapel did because she was like 21 and bored and got like an academic credit for it or whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there's a couple writers trying to keep it in the back pocket because it's so good.
Well, I was gonna say money, and then I remembered Star Trek doesn't have money, so they should.
Yeah, I know money is not why we do this. This is not the money franchise.
So that would have been really funny if like it just was like canonically Christine Chapel's voice, and she's just like, they offered me a semester's worth of credit at the Academy for it, so I said okay. I got extra credit on an assignment for voicing the computer.
Or I'm gonna be a complete asshole and say you could double down with something else terrible, but it would still be funny.
What's that?
Data doing a Christine Chapel impression.
Oh yeah.
Wait, fucking it's Data. It's just her talking, but it's like him doing the voice impression.
Well, Data can like do voices, right?
Okay. Yeah, no, he can exactly mimic your voice. So like, yeah, no, it's very fair what I'm offering here. Like,
by the way, speaking of minor female characters from TOS, I forgot that Janice Rand gets a cameo in the movie. You remember Yeoman Rand?
Yeah, I know Yeoman Rand, bro.
Yeah, but she gets a cameo as Transporter Chief in Star Trek: The Motion Picture. I'd forgotten that.
You're right.
She comes back in, I think, 6 as well. But they did that specifically because somebody at NBC, it wasn't Roddenberry. Roddenberry wasn't the one who did this. Somebody at NBC fucking hated that actress. I think her name is Grace Lee Whitney. And he just like fucking hated her and made up an excuse to fire her as soon as he could.
Assuming it's not abuse based, it's kind of funny. I'm sorry. Like
it seems to have not been.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I forget why, but like they fired her basically just without consulting Roddenberry or anyone else, and everyone else involved in Star Trek felt horrible for her. So the second they were allowed to, they gave her that appearance in the movie.
I feel terrible. I mean, shit. Oh my god.
I'm trying to find out. Oh yeah, I couldn't remember if she was dead or not. She is, yeah. I'll bring this up when I actually have the information. I'm just trying to find out why she was fired.
Oh no. One of y'all got Yeoman Rand fired, and it's kind of messed up.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, so she was sexually abused by some executive.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, yeah, and apparently, shocking to nobody, Leonard Nimoy was a main source of support.
Yeah, so Leonard Nimoy was like, please, oh my god, I fucking hate it here.
Yeah, Nimoy really fucking, like, both politically...
Leonard Nimoy's just the only human being in Star Trek other than fucking Geordi. Oh god, I can't speak right now.
That's not really true, though, because the other actors, even Shatner, were also like, yo, why the fuck did you fire her? That's messed up.
True, I guess I'm just like I think I hear so much behind the scenes shit about Shatner, it's hard to believe he cares all the time.
So that's the thing. Shatner isn't like politically a bad person. He's just on an interpersonal level.
No. I'm not saying he's politically a bad person, but I'm saying Leonard Nimoy is a great person.
Yeah.
Period. There's no ampersand. There's no nothing. He's a great person.
Yeah, well, I told the story a few weeks ago about how the only reason the cartoon actually had almost the whole cast was because Nimoy literally just walked out of the scheduled recording session and said, I'm not coming back till you rehire them.
Wait, you're telling me the Jews stood up for the minorities? That's never been a case before. What do you mean?
Yeah, basically.
No, I'm just saying, as a minority with close Jewish compatriots, we've always been like this.
Oh, she was in the Voyager episode that flashes back to TOS as well.
Yeah, she was.
And she did like fan films and shit.
I'm sorry, what?
She did like fan films and shit.
I'm gonna ask this in the silly way. What do you mean by that?
Like fan-made Star Trek films, like little. Yeah, some of them got real Star Trek people in them.
Well, yeah, no. Like, I'm just thinking there's good fan films and there's like just saying fan films is weird sometimes, you know? Like,
Yeah, like I've mentioned the Star Trek Continues show. That one actually got like Takei and Nichelle Nichols and everything in it. Like to make cameos, granted, but
I mean, it's interesting the Fallout TV show that's going on. A lot of people are like, where's the Nuka Break people who made a TV show 13 years ago off of a weird Kickstarter budget? It's weird you didn't bring them in here. They kind of cared about this.
also I'm begging for that Fallout show to have at least a cameo from Linda Carter. Do you know why?
I okay, hold on. Are you talking about the Nuka Gold thing?
No.
Okay, go on.
So Linda Carter, famous for being Wonder Woman, and also famous for being a fucking militant pro-trans advocate, by the way.
I know it's the Wonder Woman thing, but it's not Wonder Woman to Nuka Girl. What is it?
No, it's nothing to do with character. It's just about a funny exchange Linda Carter had online. So, and like I said, she's a militant pro-trans advocate, so I love her for that reason alone. And she's also fucking hot for her age, too, by the way. She's like 75, and I'd still fucking think about it pretty hard. Anyway.
There.
What?
Do you have that as your screensaver, just her doing that little twirl?
No, I'm not that obsessed with Linda Carter. I just think she's hot. And also, I like her as a person. Supposedly, my dad met her once at some fucking convention he was at in like 1985 or whatever.
Hard to believe. I'm sure she's a nice lady.
So anyway, she like everyone else was thirsting over Walton Goggins' character from Fallout. And she actually has a Tumblr account where she posts.
Oh, she's trying to fuck the ghoul. That's right.
Well, so what she wrote was, I'd be willing to pay money to anybody who could draw me a commissioned fan art of me with the ghoul.
I have seen this. No, I have seen this. I forgot it was her.
Well, so this is the part you might not remember. Someone was trying to do the like fake fan thing on her and like, oh, you're not a real Fallout fan. You just watch the show.
What the fuck? She played New Vegas through. I think she knows Red Lucy off jump.
She just replies like, you understand my children were teenagers when the games came out, right? Like, I'm very familiar with the lore.
Like Fallout lore? Nah, you... Any person who, like, I've said this before, my fandom is falling into the worst fandom of all. Hating everyone and saying they're all fake fans.
Yeah. Also, I just love Linda Carter, and I love when she makes cameos in anything, so, like, for that reason alone, I'd be happy to see her.
I just know it's such a weird thing for people to be like, I don't think anyone's trying to steal clout off Fallout. Like, it just doesn't seem like where you steal clout.
She had actually a recurring role in Supergirl as the president.
She's the president of Supergirl?
Yeah, well, only for the first 4 seasons, and then her character has to resign. But
why she resign?
Because she gets outed as being an alien.
Well, I mean, it happens.
Well, yeah, but she like literally wasn't born on Earth, and therefore is not eligible to serve as president.
I mean, like, what is her name?
Olivia Marsden was her character's name.
Olivia Mars is out of this world.
True.
No. Sorry. Have to keep fixing my outfit nowadays.
Yeah, she was like she only made appearances maybe once or twice a season, but it was her as Olivia Marsden, and there's even a bit where when Supergirl gets to meet her, she's like, you know, wow, Air Force One's an amazing plane, and the president goes, you should see my other one.
Okay, do I need to put this out here?
What?
Can you?
Well, true.
I'm sorry, but like
in her version, you could always see the outline of it.
Okay, no, because like I'm asking because hers is not the one that can turn off.
These days, when they depict the jet, they generally depict it as being capable of turning it off, but back then they didn't.
Okay. I thought that was a fair question. I'm sorry.
Also, back then you can see her through it, whereas like modern iterations, once the cockpit closes, she is also invisible. But
yeah, but that's just because we learned how military tech works, and people are like, yada medals, yada.
There's actually so Callista Flockhart also had a recurring role in that show as Cat Grant. And you know, like the reporter and everything.
Yeah.
So in this show's version of events, Cat Grant is like, What?
Who does Cat Grant work for?
Well, in this version, no one. She owns her own magazine.
Okay.
Normally, she's Daily Planet, which they do
She
mention
is
that
Daily
she
Planet.
used to work at the Daily Planet before starting her own magazine.
For some reason, I thought she was the representative of the other one. That's not the Daily Planet.
The Daily Star. Sometimes they use her for that, but no. Usually, like the one sexy blonde lady in the Daily Planet in the new Superman movie is another iteration of Cat Grant.
Sorry, got it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, this is also in the world of Supergirl. Superman has been around for like 15 plus years, so a lot of his character, like that's why Jimmy Olsen is like a 30-something adult now. So anyway,
who?
Jimmy Olsen.
Who? Talking about Superman's pal?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a
title.
Well, actually, in the show, he becomes a vigilante. He becomes Guardian. He becomes their version of Guardian. Anyway, so Callista Flockhart is Cat Grant from time to time. And at first, she owns Catco, and then she sells it eventually. And then by the time of, I think, season 3, she's serving as press secretary. So we see her on the TV occasionally. And she is established to be like an old friend of President Marsden's from when they were in college. Like they were roommates or whatever. So when
they were roommates. Hear that, folks? They were roommates.
Yeah, they imply that at one point. Actually, they make some joke roommates. Like they make a joke vaguely implying the two of them might have experimented together. But
I've never done my nails, and they are roommates. By the way, should I base coat tonight?
So at one point, when she gets outed as being an alien and has to resign, Kara talks to Cat Grant, is like, this is crazy. Did you know about this? And Cat goes, no, I didn't even know. And then she pauses and she goes, I do have a vague memory of walking into our dorm room's bathroom and seeing a red alien standing there in a bathrobe. But I'd also just taken an edible, so I chalked it up to that at the time. But she's like, but looking back on it now, because Linda Carter's character can shapeshift from a human form to a more like alien-looking form. That's why.
That makes sense.
She's not like fucked up looking, like she's still humanoid, but she's like a red kind of more skeletal thing.
I mean, lately, comic book movies have tried to make the shape-shifting aliens seem less creepy in nature. And I kind of don't like that.
She can't shapeshift into anything, to be clear. She can just shift between the two forms.
Oh, that's a lot different. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot different.
Regarding the actual thing we were talking about with Grace Lee Whitney, so the Star Trek wiki has more detail about her firing. So the exact reason for Whitney's dismissal...
Absolutely. No, this is victim blaming. I can read between lines really quickly. Yeah. Absolutely not, bro. We're not blaming addiction for fucking sexual assault. No.
Yeah, and we're not doing that.
We're just not doing that.
I agree, but the sexual assault thing wasn't known for the longest time, so for a long time, people chalked it up to addiction.
Fair. I mean,
I
get that, but goddamn, if I'm not gonna fucking at least be clear now, no. That's no.
Well, as she mentions here, she slid deeper into addiction after losing that job.
Well, because addiction is something that gets worse.
Well, yeah.
And when you get abused, it inflicts trauma. I'm not saying that anyone's lamb white or scot-free, but just the fact that this is brought up in the conversation so often.
Yeah, okay.
Feel good faith.
So, yeah, she is canonically Yeoman Rand in the motion picture, and then she makes cameos in 3 and 4, but it's not clear if that's supposed to be Rand or if they were just giving her, the actress, a cameo. Oh, and then she shows up in 6 as well. And here, Roddenberry later apologized for the dismissal and said it was the dumbest mistake he ever made.
As in her firing?
Yeah, he didn't make the decision, but like I guess he tacitly signed off on it.
Wait, but who was her replacement?
They didn't replace her with anybody. They just got rid of her character as a concept.
So there was no replacement on the bridge?
Well, she's like the captain's yeoman, so you can just write that role out very easily.
I'm not great when it comes to naval terms. Is that an assistant?
Basically, like she takes notes and like logs data, occasionally delivers coffee. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So, but like that role can be filled by pretty much anybody. You can just have an extra walk in with a tray of coffee. So that's why. Anyway, the reason she was fired is likely because she rejected the advances of an executive.
And then we responded to it by saying, "Oh, well, she acted XYZ ways," and it's like, if only one of those things was brought up, I would respect the opinion.
Yeah, well, to be clear, like I said, we didn't know when was her autobiography published, so we didn't know that part of the story until when the fuck was it published? Thank you, thanks for making this fucking hard for me.
You're welcome, baby.
Come on, tell me when it was published.
Damn, I struggle with that for nothing.
Anyway, it was decades later when it was.
Yeah,
published.
like it was after the year 2000.
Here we go, 1998.
Oh, it was not after the year 2000.
Yeah, so until then, we had no idea why she was fired, but we did know that she was addicted to stuff. So a lot of people made the, at the time, reasonable assumption that it had something to do with
valid.
that.
I'm not against that. I guess I just really feel for her, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's why they gave her all those appearances in the movies. Like, even Gene felt bad for her.
That's not an equivalent exchange.
True, but...
Blair?
Yeah.
That's why I know I've asked you occasionally how you are on anime, because you've seen Akira.
And Cowboy Bebop.
You ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
No, not really.
Pop it on the list.
Okay.
The idea of equivalent exchange is such a fun thing. Because when your feelings matter, what does anything mean?
True.
By
the way, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, like it's more in question form. I can't fucking speak on this. Like it's who could know? And I just think with something like this, it's more like I don't think she got validated. Sure, she got some roles. Good for her, but like
she felt pretty good about it, I guess. So good for her.
Well, yeah, because obviously she's not been dealing with great opportunities. As an unbiased party, I can say doesn't really seem fair. Seems like you're taking advantage of how low her fucking sights are, even with this.
Yeah. Well, apparently the way she initially got back into Trek, I was reading earlier, was that DeForest Kelley ran into her at like an unemployment office. And he said, "Hey, you know that the fans have been asking for you at Comic-Cons, right?" And she was like, "Wait, what?" And she had no idea.
Why the fuck was DeForest Kelley in an unemployment office?
It was probably a line in a larger government building, I think. Like, he was probably there renewing his driver's license or whatever, and then she was there for something else. Like, because they do usually just have it in, like, a corner of another building.
Like, I get the idea, but fucking A.
Anyway, so it started with the Comic-Con appearances, because she was like, I had no idea there was demand for me, and those appearances pay money. So, yes, I will happily do them.
Yeah, no, people care about Yeoman. I mean, sure, like, I would go and pay money right now to meet Yeoman Rand. The fuck?
I have a fucking poster that's like the blueprints of the Enterprise, and something I really appreciate, they list Yeoman Janice Rand as key personnel, alongside like the rest of the main characters.
Folks, we might do it. We might do it. You keep supporting us here. Me and Larry are gonna go dress up exactly like Yeoman Rand and go take matching photos where they're doing a kick line like it's some burlesque.
Hey, you know what? I would look good in that miniskirt.
You have long legs. You look fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like,
I'm gonna have to pull it lower so my massive balls don't hang out of the bottom, but you know.
I mean, shit, just wear a girdle. Like, sometimes you gotta strap them up. But
Shatner wore a girdle.
Strap you. I mean, listen. If you gotta have one of the middle just to keep them hanging down like eyeballs on Jar Jar Binks, I can accept it.
Misa experimenting with my gender.
Misa like Yeoman Rand.
Misa find miniskirt more comfortable than expected, Okie Day.
Misa thought skirt was one thing, kilt is another. Oh,
Misa surprised by how aroused Misa am.
Misa totally non-African stereotype. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't have another one I couldn't let go.
That is, you are far from the first.
I can't let go just when it's like, oh, and you eat exclusively seafood. Fuck. I wish I didn't see enough documentaries that made me feel a certain way about this.
To segue into other stuff I have to say about Star Trek the Motion Picture, part of why I didn't recognize Yeoman Rand, or I shouldn't call her Yeoman because she's transporter chief by this point, part of why I didn't recognize her is because she, like the rest of them, did not age well. And I don't mean the rest, like, all of them look much older than they did at the end of the show.
How about Leonard?
Ironically, he looks the least aged, probably because.
How about Leonard, bro? He looked good.
Well, he was the oldest one, so ironically, he's the only one who, like, because this is supposed to be only 2.5 years after the end of TOS.
Yeah, but like,
he's the only one who looks only 2.5 years old.
He takes care of himself very well.
Yeah, well, part of it was that he started off so old that, like, it's easier to.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about Leonard Nimoy that is very clear.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Leonard McCoy, the character.
No, bro, I'm talking about Nimoy.
Yeah, no, Nimoy physically aged the best. However, his voice sounds much older because he was a chain smoker.
That's what I thought you meant. Okay, yeah.
No, DeForest Kelley, because he was the oldest member of the cast, he's the only one who doesn't look way old. Him and Leonard Nimoy are the only ones who didn't look way older in the motion picture.
Valid. I just think them Jewish genes are beautiful.
Well, really what it is that cigarettes did a number on people because they aged a lot fucking faster in the
Leonard Nimoy was clearly pack smoking. You just don't give a fuck about your rules.
Yeah, that is true. It's funny, too, because the last episode of the animated show was only, I think, in terms of air date, was only 4 years before the movie, and he sounds way fucking older for some reason.
For some reason, right? Who could expect?
Well, what I'm saying is that the cartoon was 4 years after the end of the original show. You'd think his voice would have already started sounding older, but it doesn't. Like, his voice sounds identical in the cartoon, and then the movie comes and his voice sounds like he's aged 10 years.
Do you think it's like or like a health thing?
Probably. He doesn't sound bad or anything. He just sounds older than he did.
Yeah.
But like Shatner and the rest of them, it had been 10 years, and they look 10 years older, even though it's only supposed to be a couple years later.
True. No, you're right.
I mean, whatever. This is just me making fun of them for the fact that they all got fucking poisoned by leaded gasoline and cigarette smoke. But
I mean, yeah, but like we can make fun of better people for better things. I mean, hey, Jean-Luc Picard, you got poisoned by people thinking that the British monarchy matters.
That is true.
Sir Jean-Luc Picard. My bad. Thank God the only dude who upholds your sir is a king pedophile.
Can I get a photo comparison, please?
Of?
I'm trying to find a photo of... Oh, here, I'll just do this. This'll do. Yeah, so this is Shatner in TOS, and this is him in the motion picture. He definitely looks 10 years older.
All right. I'm gonna one-up you. Pull up the motion picture on one tab, and then look up him on Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely looks way younger even then. Even though that was only like
age well. His jaw works for 10 years tops.
Well, what it is actually is that he aged really badly till he was like 60, and then he stopped fucking aging.
Yeah, no, like young man Shatner aged like garbage.
Yeah.
Old man Shatner is on drugs because he realized.
Yeah, like Shatner, as much as it is fun to make fun of him, but like considering that he is 95 and was an alcoholic for a long time, he looks shockingly good.
He looks very good. Okay, can I just go on record and say one of my favorite things in existence?
What?
there's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd wonder why. William Shatner has about 8 or 9 cover albums, and
I know.
Tries to do space songs.
I bought my dad the Space Oddity one, I think. Like the album.
Oh, nice.
I bought him that for Christmas like 10 years ago. Yeah, like here he is. Like, say what you will. The man looks fucking great.
Lights were low. Oh. I lean back on my radio. Oh. Like it's.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m.
Oh my god, is this like Cartman and fucking Kyle with sticks? Like, I can't start that without you just doing it. I'm sailing away. God damn it, Cartman.
You know, I mentioned this earlier, but I need to like emphasize it. Fucking Kirk's character arc in the motion picture is great. And Shatner, goddammit, Shatner's a good fucking actor. He just talks weird.
Shatner is a great actor who is an asshole on carpets. Great actor.
Yeah. He's like Hayden Christensen. His line delivery is weird, but he does some of the most amazing face acting you've ever seen.
Yeah, but how much blame that doesn't belong to him gets thrust on him like Hayden Christensen.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm just saying Hayden Christensen got traumatized by your people.
Sort of, but he was really happy to come back. So,
well, I'd be happy to come back too because he knew he did a good job, but y'all were not nice to him.
He said in an interview a few years ago that he actually would have been happy to come back for the Clone Wars TV show, and he just didn't get the call. Probably because he would have cost too much.
I think that's wild because, like, specifically Hayden Christensen did great, and I'm just gonna go on the record and say Star Wars fans tried to bully a 10-year or approximately 10-year-old.
That was Jake Lloyd, not Hayden Christensen.
Well, I know I'm not talking about, but I'm just saying y'all got all of your mind sense was gone for that. You were trying to get Jake Lloyd to kill himself. Hayden Christensen was getting told he did a terrible job, and I think he did the best fucking acting job that I haven't seen in that franchise so far. So, like, I don't know what the fuck you feel about that.
Well, part of it, like I pointed this out to people, part of why he has kind of a slightly odd cadence is because he's trying to emulate James Earl Jones's cadence as Darth Vader.
I feel like he's trying to make an origin for it. Like
exactly.
He's trying to make an accent.
Yeah, like he's trying to bridge the gap between those two accents.
Yeah, you know, like he clearly studied his material and was like, I think so. I'm from the Sand Planet, right? So I'm probably gonna talk like this.
Yeah. Like, and of course, like and Shatner is similar because, like Hayden Christensen, he can move just his eyes and tell you everything Kirk is thinking.
Hayden did a good job.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's really funny regarding Kirk's arc in that movie is that, ironically, despite Spock doing the whole like purge yourself of emotion Kolinar ritual thing, Kirk is the one suppressing his fucking emotions the whole movie.
I thought that was the point. It was like Spock's.
It probably is the point, but most movies aren't clever enough to show that. And most viewers apparently weren't clever enough to pick up on it.
Oh, God forbid you spend an entire lifetime with a dude and kind of evolve your broship into having some of his mannerisms. You guys only almost killed each other or killed yourselves for each other in an alternate timeline. You're so right.
Well, not just that, but also like, so like when the transporter accident happens, so Kirk's feelings of wanting the Enterprise back, but not quite having the confidence required are like his arc in the movie.
Valid.
And so, like, when you watch the movie, you can feel how much Kirk is trying to be the captain he was, but not 100% confident he can pull it off.
Valid.
And one of the ways is when the transporter accident happens and 2 people die, he so clearly wants to say more, but he forces himself to be businesslike about it. So instead, he just says, it's all right, Rand, there was nothing he could have done, and then goes back into business mode. He clearly wants to linger on those people's deaths.
He has a speech.
Yeah. That's what he wants to do. He forces himself to go by the book.
He hasn't earned a speech.
Yeah.
Kirk understands being a soldier. So it's kind of like that's part of the way I always took this was like,
Yeah, and like the way him and Decker in that movie, like the way they interact, they never have a scene where they apologize to each other and make up. They just start treating each other better. And you let the body language and interactions between the actors tell oh yes, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't mean to be a dick, but like, have you ever had a friend over the age of 50? Like, actually?
I've had casual friendships with people over the age of 50.
Generationally, you don't always have to say I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, exactly. But my point is that a modern movie would have to have the scene.
Yeah, but like, maybe stop. I don't know. I just feel like if we're making a generational movie about like two generations meeting with each other, it shouldn't have to meet the modern standards. It should meet the old standards with the relevance of the new standards.
That's what I'm saying, is that like back then the movie trusted its viewers enough to pick up on what they were really saying with their casual conversations.
Just thank you, audience.
Yeah, whereas now, like,
agreed.
Yeah, fucking like, what was the example I was thinking of about that? I mean probably the most notable one is that despite the temporary reduction in rank, when he's doing the casualty list at the end of the movie, he goes out of his way to refer to him as Captain Decker.
I mean, media literacy's gone down, though. There's no way to argue that.
Oh yeah, it totally fucking has. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
it sucks. No, it sucks. It sucks.
You don't have to have the characters say what they're feeling. You show what they're feeling via their actions. And a lot of screenwriters don't fucking get that.
Well, the audiences actively don't understand it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you heard about that thing Netflix put out where they were like, write it so that people on their phones can still follow along. Like, excuse me?
I've heard about this. I mean, I also think about, okay, I'm going to go out and talk about an interesting property on Netflix. One of the rare ones that they did the whole way through, didn't fucking 2 or 3 season cut it.
Yeah.
But it's also, as a cisgender man, I'm like, you got to be careful if you watch this show because you might not understand and you might be a problem.
Okay.
You.
That's the one with Penn, what's his name, right?
White boy with the curly hair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Badgley. Penn Badgley, which is a really fake sounding name.
Such a good actor.
I'm sure. Yeah, it looks good. I just haven't watched it.
Anytime I've ever tried, like, have you ever tried group watching a thing with someone?
Yeah.
Or I guess I should more say group watching a thing with a couple, but whatever.
Yep.
I can tell you saw the subtext. Now, anytime I try pitching a show, I'm like, all right, I need you to understand this is a villain. Stop, like full pause. We're watching the villain. This is not good.
Well, isn't he like literally a fucking stalker, like serial killer or whatever?
He's a literal serial killer, a literal stalker, a literal misogynist, and also would fall into some people that I know's idea of a dream man.
As a what?
A dream man. He's just passionate.
Yeah.
He just cares type bullshit, whatever. Fucking I read a book.
He hits me because he loves me. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Like, and it's like, it is the deep dive into how far can we stretch that polymer before it snaps over the face and creates a literal mask. And it's actually really fun. But you have to go into it from jump. Like, all right, villain time, guys. This is Todd Alquist. Like, you should never like him. Probably halfway, 1 or 2 seasons in, a bunch of the audience feels that way, and a bunch of guys start Rorschaching the dude.
Yeah.
No one ever has media lit, apparently. So, like, But no, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I went and redid the series because I had stopped it because I was worried that is this series just like shitty and self-fulfilling and it just cares about like being gratuitous to like the violence? No. Audiences suck. That was the double back I came to.
Well, I mentioned before in the opening of Pluribus when we first meet Zosha, there was a sizable chunk of the audience who just did not see that was the same actress.
Wait, so you're telling me that was Zosha who took a shower?
Yeah, like I guess were looking at their fucking phones during the extended scene.
Hold on. So you're telling me that the dirty person I saw who took a shower was later the clean person I saw?
Yeah, a sizable chunk of people on Twitter like didn't get that.
Now, for folks who didn't get that, I want to point something out to you that might have been obvious to me and Larry here. She's from a war zone. They took every single immediate war zone human being and put them towards their own weird purposes. In this case, being Carol's prostitute.
I'd think of her more of as an envoy, but okay, yeah.
No, they modeled her exactly after Waikaro physically, with all the subtext that they could get from every single reader who ever got into those books. No,
they definitely picked somebody who would catch Carol's attention.
You're getting really close to how's that not a sex worker?
No, I probably but
like that's a sex worker.
That's not all she does. Is my point.
No, but that's why Carol cares.
Yeah.
I mean, and like that's the thing is Carol goes out of her way multiple times to care, and if you're like, well, maybe not. Oh yeah, so why'd they fuck?
Yeah, that was kind of not weird. I get how it works, but it's still like, oh damn.
Okay, can I ask?
What?
Do you think he fucked all of them? No, like I go back and forth on this idea. Like I'm don't just jump in. Hear me out. So it's a gymnasium where we know they're all mass sleeping as much as they can. They're being physically efficient as possible because of the energy requirements. We know this.
Yeah.
We have no guarantee that was not a group sex act based off that logic then.
You're not wrong.
No, like just based off that. Because like no one ever said anything. And I personally felt like the other people looked at Carol a certain way, like not walk of shamey, but like the step before that.
Yeah, they certainly all were aware that it happened. That's for sure.
See, no, that's the implication that some people have pitched to me. It's like, well, no, they just knew, and I'm like, okay, let me play devil's advocate for a second. How's that not a group sex act? You just had 8 billion cucks.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. No, like actually, like talk this through for a minute. They're all involved. They're all watching. They're all cucks.
Yeah.
Because they're all watching.
Yeah.
And like the best opposite is no, Nick, they're not all cucks. They had an orgy. My bad, you got me. You
really I respect that.
No, told me. But like Carol fucked all those people. Sorry, just a really random tangent to hop on.
Speaking of potentially unsavory sex stuff, I have to address the elephant in the room when talking about Star Trek the Motion Picture, and I'll do so via this meme from Reddit. You know why, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised because that actor was also in a number of episodes of It's Always Sunny. I'm kind of surprised those are still on streaming.
You're surprised It's Always Sunny is still on streaming?
Well, no, but they took out other episodes of that show because of like the blackface and shit. So I'm surprised. I don't know. Normally, when someone turns out to be a pedophile, they take episodes of their show off of streaming quietly.
So here's a weird question.
What?
Why, when It's Always Sunny, we make sure we take off the episode where Frank does blackface, but not where it's like, don't diddle kids.
Yeah.
Never don't diddle kids.
Wouldn't date someone younger than my daughter.
Don't diddle kids. Yeah, no, but like, no, like, I, why is that not removed, but the blackface is? Because the issue doesn't matter.
Yeah, they tapped into a cultural movement for a moment.
Yeah, no, sorry, but I just don't respect you on this. Like, I mean,
I just think it's really unfortunate that of all the human beings who could morph and or merge with V'ger at the end of the movie, they had to go with Stephen Collins. It just makes me glad there's no kids in that movie. It'd be really uncomfortable to watch the whole time.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, it's Star Trek.
Well, I know.
Like, God, sorry, I guess I don't even dive too deep into that one.
By the way, the movie, the 4K restoration of it they have on Paramount Plus looks fucking amazing.
Honestly, I'll have to grab a legal watch of that.
Yeah, it's also on disc and everything too. It's not just like a Paramount exclusive or anything.
I know. I just feel off the ease of grabbing my watch.
And the last thing I have to say before we end for tonight is if you tried to make a movie paced like Star Trek the Motion Picture today, they would shoot you in the fucking head. It is so slowly paced, so deliberate. They finally had the budget to make a proper model of the Enterprise, and by God, they were going to fucking show it off for an entire 3-minute sequence of Kirk flying to the ship.
Yeah, but I'll raise you. If you tried to make a half-decent movie today, they'd shoot you in the fucking head.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true, too. I'm just saying, like, that movie in particular is, like, really deliberately paced, and that would be a problem.
I'm about to hurt your feelings. The best new movie I've seen in theaters in years. It's at least in the mentions. The new Matrix. What the fuck is the world we live in?
I didn't see that one in theaters, but yeah, that one's not bad.
Specifically, there's a feeling to where you're like, oh, the movie's ironic too, at least.
Yeah. Well, what I said about it, because it's still probably my least favorite of the franchise, but what I said about it was it has ideas.
Yes.
Which is more than most legacy sequels get.
Agreed. We just don't have that.
And plus, as I've pointed out to you from the Honest Trailers thing, their joke was the choices were this or a full reboot starring Tom Holland as Neo. That is basically what Warner Brothers said. They literally went to Lily Wachowski and said, we're doing another Matrix with or without you, so if you want on board, give us something.
This is going to be a weird question. Why Lily, not the other one?
Because Lana went off to do something else.
Okay, true.
They're not, like, estranged from each other. They're just working.
Okay, that's why, that's what I'm checking. Is there still...
As far as I know.
Right?
Yeah, as far as I know, they're still, like, fine. Well, I mean, they did Sense8 together only a couple of years ago.
I just don't trust one of them by themselves. I trust the sibling team.
Yeah, I think Lily was the one who I don't know, because this was the first one she did solo without Lana.
This is what I'm saying. They don't work well without each other. It has nothing to do with anything else. You need your sibling.
Yeah, well, people have accused Ethan Coen of that as well, because he's done a couple solo movies now that were got very polarized reviews.
I just think people do well with the backlash of someone who is so personal to you that it's not professional. It's just personal.
Yeah. I actually didn't see Matrix 4 in theaters because it came out during COVID, so they released it straight to HBO, baby. First day, or same day, that is.
You know me, I was kind of a painful bitch occasionally.
True, but
actually, I think on that one I didn't. No, I saw it in a weird theater thing after. No,
okay.
The first time I saw it alone, or not alone, it was me and my mom inside a living room because we were already COVID tested with each other.
Yeah, it came out. Well, what happened was that before the vaccines came out, Warner Brothers made the decision.
It didn't feel like a giant deal, but I remember I didn't I didn't have friends over.
Yeah, well, what it was that Warner Brothers announced all their movies for 21 would come out straight to HBO as well. And then halfway through the year, everyone got vaccinated. So then a ton of people saw those movies in theaters anyway.
That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, no, see, here's the thing. I'm black and I ain't old. So I'm last.
True.
No. Like, there wasn't like a race thing with that. I did enter as soon as I could. I got actually pretty quick compared, but that's just because dedication. Like, people actually had to care about doing that.
Yeah. Well, I remember that there was some like surge near us or whatever at the end of 2021. So that's why I saw Spider-Man No Way Home at the drive-in theater.
Was your whole family in that whip?
No, it was just my dad and I.
Question.
We were the only ones who cared. What?
What was there to care about? Like, didn't you feel really bad that whole time? Like, I'm not even joking. I just hated that experience.
Well, I didn't like seeing it at the drive-in, but that's not because of the movie. It's because it's really fucking hard to see the night scenes on the drive-in screen.
Yeah.
But it was worth it to be able to go visit my grandma without fear, so.
Last time I saw a drive-in, I'm not exposing myself. Never mind. No.
That was the only time I've been.
Level story. Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, that was the only time I've been to one because I was like, it's all right.
I don't dislike the drive-in. I just feel like it's meant more for the experience and not for actively watching a movie. Like,
true, but this was me trying to see this movie before Twitter spoiled it for me.
Get off Twitter.
Why would I do that? I like Twitter. It's a cesspool.
Do you know how I'm feeling about tonight, man? I gotta hold and hide until 3 a.m. Bomb rush a thing. Because like, if you're like, Nick, why? Because last time I tried not watching at 3 a.m. and my entire day, the algorithm knows what I like, and they're literally like, let me show you every IGN, every video game network, everyone from every group you're in, plus 3 more that you don't, who I just found had a lot of followers. Let me throw you 3 YouTube channels. Like, stop
that was
spoiling
the back when Force Awakens came out. That was like a big event that everyone cared about, as I'm sure you remember.
I remember this. I remember after looking at all of it, like, Trey Parker was just in my ear the whole time, and I'm like, I remember, as I stared at all of you. I remember.
Yeah, so I saw Force Awakens on the Friday, and I had trouble avoiding spoilers simply by not having seen the midnight release.
That's what I'm saying. These people are gross.
Now, back then, people gave a shit about Star Wars. Now they don't care as much because there's so much of it.
I mean, back then, people cared about Star Wars because, like, you also still had a bunch of old actors committed to joining.
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. Back then, normal-ass people cared about seeing the new Star Wars movie.
True.
Now, Star Wars fans certainly care. But by the time Rise of Skywalker came out, like, I could avoid seeing spoilers for that with relative ease.
I mean, you're so right. It's funny because my mom has weird Star Wars merch.
Okay.
Weird comic books or like trading cards and shit.
Nice.
She don't give a fuck about no Star Wars. I fucking asked her these other weeks. I'm like, I'm confused. Can you just explain to me? Like, cause like, are you a part of this fandom or not? She's like, why do you think I am? And I'm like, I constantly have to hear about your weird collectibles. Who talks about collectibles they don't care about? She's like, well, I thought they'd be worth money. And I'm like,
they are.
A lot of shit that's worth money. You want to talk to me about your kidneys? What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, Star Wars merch can be worth a lot. Don't get me wrong, but
but no, I just found it so funny because I was more like, do you? Like, and I was like, do you care about this at all? She's like, no, and I'm like, but like, isn't this your generation's whole fucking thing? She's like, I don't know. I was like,
yeah. Well,
Matthew seemed like,
I mean, it's easy for us to not understand the fact that there really just never was a movie like that before.
It's hard for me to understand why a movie replicates books, because I mean, we come from families of academics, and epic books have been written for generations. So, like, God forbid we ever not be able to have FX in our heads, right?
Yeah, but people are dumb and they can't read.
Well, it's not my fault.
I agree. I'm just saying, like,
I just don't understand why that equates to this.
Like, it's easy. Like, actually, when we were talking about pacing earlier, the original Star Wars movie for 1977 is a very fast-paced movie.
Really?
Yeah, like it
really?
doesn't feel very fast-paced necessarily compared to modern Star Wars movies.
It makes a lot of sense when you say
But
that.
like, yeah, when you think back on it, it's like, yeah, most movies in 1977 were paced much slower than A New Hope is. Like, there's always something going on, even in the non-action scenes in that movie. There's always something. There's always an important conversation or a plot detail or planting a seed of something that'll be later.
But to play devil's advocate, you could have like 3 hours of Lawrence of Arabia with a bunch of weird animal abuse and side characters, and we're doing this here and that there, and you'll understand the political reparations of what's going to happen here. But God fucking forbid you understand this movie.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm just saying, man, me and you got raised on classical films, only for classical film theory to not matter, because you would have to read to know what that means.
yeah, that is really true.
Film theory's dead. Film theory's dying.
I think that I don't know if this originates from a tweet, but I read it in a tweet where they were saying, like, you know, the original Star Wars movies were made by dudes who grew up loving westerns and Kurosawa movies. Modern Star Wars
samurai movies, and you're like, what do you mean?
Modern Star Wars movies are made by people who grew up loving Star Wars.
They're literally this is what I mean. They are Kurosawa films set in the Wild West, which is fine.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. But if you don't know what you're doing, now we've just devolved into shitty action films. And, like, we're not actually doing a lone rogue who has a master but can't agree with his methods, but still has to acknowledge that's where his training comes from, and then has to try to use his training in a different, like, it's complicated shit. I don't know. We don't end up with any of that subplot. We just end up with blue, red.
Yeah, it really is, like, fucking...
It's sad. It's actually sad.
I just remembered this, and this won't mean as much to you as it does to me, but you know what a split diopter shot is, right?
Is that the one where it's the half down the middle like this?
Kind of. I'll show you one.
Yeah, sorry. I don't think I'm seeing it in my head the way that you...
Like, what's a good... Yeah, like something like this.
I'm looking at it through my eyeballs?
Like this kind of thing, where, like, there's two...
Oh, yes.
So, Star Trek The Motion Picture... Oh, what?
It's like one shot plus another one.
Yeah, by the way, here's a little bit of one from a deleted scene from Sinners, which makes everyone go, damn, dude, the deleted scenes from Sinners are good.
When are we having our watch through of Sinners?
Oh, God.
I know we can't show it on stream, but they gotta watch us.
Yeah. So, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this before I go. For some reason, Star Trek The Motion Picture uses a ton of split diopter shots.
Do you think the camera they had just allowed for it?
Maybe that's what it was. I mean, it's not like they're out of place where they are. It's just that, like, most movies, especially today, don't use that technique a ton, whereas that movie uses it, like, often.
To check to make sure I'm understanding, is it like it starts from one focal point and grows to two, or the shot always had two focal points?
Like, it always has two, because
okay, that's what I wanted to check. I was like, I think we're doing two.
Yeah,
I know, because the words, I was like, your camera, instead of being like this, is like this.
Yeah, because like the shifting of focus, they do that all the time.
Sure, but that's around your two focal points. That's why it's bifocal. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, whereas that's like having the two. Yeah, for some reason, the motion picture just used that technique a ton. I mean, it's Robert Wise, who's like a real filmmaker, so that's
I
probably
would
why.
imagine it's mostly just like the available cameras.
Well, yeah, but it's still like, I mean, you can do it with any camera that has a focus pull on it. It's just
Okay.
like, for whatever reason, the DP on that movie loved doing them. And it's fine. It's a great way to convey something visually. It's just surprise. Like, it's basically just me saying, like, damn, this pizza's really good. Why'd you make 1,000,000 pizzas?
Does it give the vibe of like, well, we expected a lot of people to consume this pizza at the same time?
Maybe. I mean, a lot of it is just to like show, like, there's a lot of like Kirk and Decker showing how both of them feel about the same thing. Like, there's a lot of that shit going on.
So yeah, no. So we needed to show two different viewpoints on the same feeling.
Yeah, or like here, like here's a really famous example from Citizen Kane. Like, this shot is like this for a reason.
It's totally not involving the guy outside the window. I promise.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Spoilers.
Oh no, I know, bro. We be all right here. And
spoilers for the 85-year-old movie, everyone.
The most famous film of all time. The
Yeah.
literal point of going to film school. Spoilers.
Yeah. So these characters, if those of you who haven't seen it, these characters are signing away legal custody of their son to this guy. And they use this deep focus shot to show little Charlie Kane playing in the snow, completely unaware of the fact that his life over here is about to completely fucking change.
You might argue you can see Charlie Kane and how he feels about this.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
And not that you can convey this with a still image, but they do so with the sound mix as well, because unlike most scenes like that, you can still clearly hear the sound of Charlie playing in the background and also clearly hear the conversation that's being had about him.
If your attention wasn't drawn to the back, then maybe movies weren't meant for you, type shit.
Yeah, basically. Oh, there's other deep focus. Like there's another one right here.
Well, I mean, please show the photo of the most important thing in this film, the red herring, please.
Which one's the red herring?
Ah, fuck. Wait, didn't Citizen Kane have the literal red herring?
No, I don't think so, no.
Fuck, which is the one that had the literal red herring?
Oh, this is another fucking good one. Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to be snarky, my bad.
Yeah. You got the fucking pills here and them here. Like, oh god, this movie shot so well.
Like, how do you give a POV without having a POV? This.
They had to fucking phrase shit really carefully for this scene too, because you weren't allowed to explicitly depict a suicide attempt at this time.
You're just supposed to imply it.
Yeah, so what they do instead was that they show that she accidentally overdosed on a pain med.
And like, if you're like, that's not an accident, yes, we know. Censorship is bad. Censorship is bad. It's kind of the moral here.
Well, this shit was made under the Hays Code, so
yeah, censorship is bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like they know what they're doing. If you don't understand what they're doing, maybe you shouldn't know what they're doing.
Honestly, I will say though, it works so well you don't even notice it.
That's kind of the thing where I'm like, if it didn't work so hard for someone, there has to be a break in your understanding.
Yeah, and it helps that like despite them not saying it out loud, what happened is depicted so explicitly that it's basically impossible to miss it.
Yeah, no, like, there's not a question here. It's just interpretation to a minimal.
Yeah, like they don't say, you tried to commit suicide, but they do show her accidentally ODing, and then afterwards him saying, I'm sorry for how I acted to you.
I'm sure that was just how people be, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, I want to go take an edible and watch Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. So I'm going to go do that.
What got you pushing?
What'd you say?
I was curious what had you, because you're like, I want to go do a thing. I'm like, what thing are you doing tonight?
Well, it's not just that, but I do want to go watch Wrath of Khan.
So, do you want to know what I'm doing tonight?
What's that?
I'm finishing my build.
Shit, yeah, brother.
I spent 5 hours on this shit last night.
Nice.
I'm autistic as fuck. Let's go.
Hey, I spent a week building that goddamn Death Star, so.
No, I understand. Let's go. That shit was fun.
All right, so we're going to go off to our respective autism activities. Take care, everybody. We'll be back on Thursday, where I will be there to fucking talk about how much I love the pit, I guess.
Hey, Larry, question.
Yes.
Do you ever roam around a field?
Occasionally.
No. Would you feel comfortable doing a salute while doing that?
Depends what kind of salute.
I just want to be clear. Never immediately say you're all right doing a Roman salute. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Bye, everyone.